And welcome to another edition of Monday Night Baseball with the Rooftop Mariner and the Jay Trident Podcast. Hello, everyone. Good evening on this beautiful day. Beautiful day for him, probably very burning because he's in Arizona. So apparently, it was Jay Trident and I made a trade with each other because I'm Seattle, he's Arizona. Yes. I traded Paul Sewald, and he gave me 3 prospects. Now let's go back in the earth. So the Seattle Mariners recently, as if your Twitters and your YouTube is probably blown up, the Mariners traded away their best relief pitcher, closer, Paul Sewald, to the Arizona Diamondbacks for 3 prospects. And right off the bat, I am ready to put out my thoughts, and I think everyone has an idea of how exactly I feel. So my take is this. If this trade was done when the Mariners are on pace to lose 100 games and they're 15 games out of the division and wild card, sure, yeah, I would have definitely supported that trade. But for a team that's actually has a good shot to win a division more than they have for the wild card at this point, I didn't understand the trade because I looked at those 3 prospects. One of them is maybe the golden ticket, but there's no guarantees that he'll make an impact right now or even next season. One of them was basically another just in case Dylan Moore is pretty much a dud at this point. And then the other guy, also another prospect, young man. Also, I don't think it was the appropriate timing either. And all of them was for offense. Now, some of you are going to be excited yeah, we got some depth for second baseman because Colton Wong is absolutely atrocious still, with the exception of a couple pretty bunts. But other than that, this trade comes at a huge substantial cost, the bullpen, because who was carrying that bullpen more than anyone? It was Paul Sewald, hence why Scott Servais really did overuse him in that past week. And as of now, it looks like the closer is Andres Munoz, and your second best relief pitcher is Justin Topa, who seems to get into trouble, and we've seen Munoz being very inconsistent. So I did not understand this trade other than the fact that you're maybe, dumping salary to maybe get Shohei Ohtani, or you just did not want to pay for Paul Sewald. But here's the way I look at it. If you're an owner that's better than John Stanton or has a tenth of a desire of a George Steinbrenner, you pay the man. Paul Sewald deserved it. He came from the most difficult times in New York. He has broken out to be a borderline all-star. You just pay the guy. But the Mariners have that mindset where if someone is close to that ending of the contract, there's just that scarcity mindset that they're just not going to get him back. So they pretty much just give up and then just let him go. I guess the Mariners haven't really recovered from losing A-Rod. So I guess that's why they're so quick to making these trades. They just give up before they can even negotiate a contract extension. So obviously this does not sound like a win now trade at all. This gives me the feelings of the Kendall Graveman trade, where the Mariners actually went 4-9 after that trade. And I unfortunately expect the Mariners to get some adverse effects. And Kendall Graveman was a well-loved man in that clubhouse. And I think looking back on it, that Kendall Graveman trade was the straw that broke the camel's back for Kyle Seager to retire. And I do expect some tensions in that clubhouse because it looked like that Paul Sewald really did hold that team together. But those are my quick thoughts on the trade. Maybe good for long-term offensive bats, maybe an impact bat within the next couple months. But other than that, I don't think it was the appropriate time to make that kind of trade.
Yeah, no, and if you guys watch my video, you guys know that I supported the trade. I totally know where Rooftop's coming from, and I get that. Flick, I know you're in there, and I know you didn't like it either. So I get where people are coming from. Listen, I'd much rather have this team going all in and getting the big names and going for it. I think that would be way more fun for us and everything. I do really like the return the Mariners got. I think his Rooftop smoking his stogie over there.
It's a Twix with a cookie dough.
Oh, I thought you were so angry you actually ate the cigar.
I have one in my safe.
I really like Dominic Canzone. I think he can come in and be an impact right away. Rojas has kind of stunk this year, but Flick, as T mentioned, he's just getting healthy. He has not been healthy all year. 21 and 2022, he put up some pretty good numbers. We should finally get the end of Colton Wong. I'd expect him to be DFA'd tomorrow, especially with Caballero in there tonight. Rojas can take over that. I don't think Rojas is a big addition necessarily. but should be an improvement there. Bliss is a pretty legitimate prospect who apparently does profile better for second base versus shortstop. That could be big for next season. He is close to the majors. He's not 18 years old and 5 years away. He is someone that could be in there next year. And Flick, I agree. You look at Rojas, 21-22 OPS plus of 103 and 112. So I think from that aspect, they can get a big improvement. I like Canzone a lot. I look at where Paul Sewald came from. The Rooftop's point, like you can go where Rooftop went with it and say, hey, listen, this guy came out of nowhere to become one of the best relievers in the AL and just let him go. I do understand that. I also can look at it like, hey, you got a guy that was a cast off, as my TV's going in and out. That should be fun for tonight. And came in and kind of dominated. These guys can be easy to find sometimes. Not saying they will. There's no guarantee. The bullpen is definitely worse. There's no doubt for 2023, the bullpen is a lot worse now. You can't deny that. Unless they go out and make some other moves. We'll see what they do. Still got another day in the trade deadline. But I think people are going to really like Canzone. I think he can really be a good player. And I think Rojas is going to be a surprisingly nice addition as well. But I do understand people being frustrated with it. I can totally understand that.
I will say this. Even if the Mariners got an all-star second baseman out of it, I still would have been opposed to the trade, because when you trade for something, it comes at the cost of something. And one of the things you absolutely need to win a World Series, not only do you need at least an above average offense, not only do you need a somewhat elite starting pitching, what really puts it together is that bullpen. And it's going to give me the feels of back in 97 and 98, where Mariners had the best offensive in baseball. They had one of the best starting pitching in baseball. But the one thing that kept them from even making it to the World Series or even winning a series or winning games, it was the bullpen. And just to sound like a total troll, knowing that the Mariners traded Derek Lowe and Heathcliff Slocum knowing that the Mariners traded Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek for Heathcliff Slocum, who had a 5 ERA above, I'm thinking if the Mariners were trading Paul Sewald, that should have turned into 2 future Hall of Famers. So I still think if you base it on that, Mariners got fleeced in this deal. Unless one of them turns into a future Hall of Famer. The only way I supported that Toro trade 2 years ago is if Toro actually became an everyday all-star, hitting maybe above 30 home runs. That's the only way I would have said that trade was a success. It didn't happen. But now, surprisingly, Abraham Toro is in the majors right now, and he's actually doing pretty well.
Of course he is.
And I actually do miss him, because he was at least a clutch bat that could have won at least a few more games for us.
He always had a good ninth inning at bat. There was always he would be on the verge of DFA, and then he would hit some ninth inning, you know what I mean, double to win the game. So if you're going to be terrible, at least be good in the ninth inning, as Toro did. So yeah, I mean, listen, I look at how they got Sewald, and if you would have told me when he signed as some random cast-off from the Mets that in a year and a half you're going to get, 3, I think, legitimate pieces for him, let's see what happens. I like the return. I get people's frustration with it. Looks like we're ready for baseball here. That snuck up on me.
Timing was just not appropriate. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from with that. It would definitely. I would feel less man about it if they were 30 games under, like you said.
Unless they're calling up Prelander Baroa, because you leave out Sewald, that's going to leave an opening for someone like a Prelander Baroa. So I think they really should bring him up. And also, just because I'm that angry, I get dibs on the offense.
All right, fine. I'll take pitching. Flick, I don't think they got 3 mediocre. I think Rojas could be mediocre, but I think he's a mass improvement. Wong, I like Canzone a lot. I think people are sleeping on Bliss as a legitimate prospect. Did I say 3 mediocre? If I did say it, I didn't mean to.
Well, I guess I better go to Tacoma games now just to check them out.
Well, they should. Canzone and Rojas should be up. Bliss won't be. But Rojas and Canzone should be on the big league club.
I think Bliss would either be A+ or AA. So if he's starting in Everett, I guess I'll.
No, he'll be higher than that. He was raking in AA this year, so he was
okay. So he's gonna start in Arkansas.
Arkansas or Tacoma. I don't know who they have there right now.
Tacoma and Everett is gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah.
Get some butts in the seat. I guess that's what it was. They had to raise some revenue for the minor league teams because they got to get them paid. That's what that trade really was about.
And Flick, that's a fair point. Like when I say improve number one, that's damning with faint praise for sure. But like if you look at Rojas 21-22, he was a pretty legitimate player. So hopefully they can get him. And now he is healthy. He was hurt a lot this year. So hopefully they are getting the improved and healthy Josh Rojas. We are ready for baseball here. I don't have my lineups or anything. I did not prepare well for this at all. But we are ready for baseball. George Kirby is ready to throw the first pitch here. I don't even have the box score up. Man, I did not.
Cade Marlowe is in left field.
Yep.
See if he does something.
And if you guys have not yet checked out my video, I have a 10-minute video up talking about the Sewald trade. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. This is Jarren Duran. 315, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. The Red Sox probably the only team in July that's been hotter than the Mariners. The 0-1 from Kirby to Duran. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 87 from Kirby. Breaking ball over the heart of the plate. Duran against the Mariners this year hitting 500 with 1 homer and 3 runs batted in. Hope everybody has having a great, Monday night.
Well, I'm not.
But he had a good Twix. That looked like a really good Twix.
I had a really good Twix, and I had a pretty good day at work.
There you go.
Busted out some sales. So
the 0-2 up high, 1-2.
But I'll admit it, when I was at work, when I was with the customer, my phone was like blowing up when I got that trade.
Yeah, I was
distracted. I was multitasking.
I figured at work is going to give you. And also, we'll talk about that trade in a second, too. The 1-2 to Duran, grounder foul. The Mariners also traded A.J. Pollock to the Giants. I am blown away that anybody actually wanted A.J. Pollock.
You know what? Mariners got value out of that.
They did like that. I
wonder if they got rid of his albatross of a contract, too, because it did seem like an albatross. And I am way behind you, just so you know.
Okay, do you want me to
pause? I'm at 1-2 after the foul ball.
Okay, just through the second pitch. It's 2-2 right now. I'll pause it. Let me know when it's 2-2.
Yeah. Now it's 2-2.
Okay,
he just threw the ball back at Kirby.
Okay. All right, I think we should be pretty good here. Let me know. Kirby wiggles the glove.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Pitch, and that's up high. Breaking ball misses 3-2. So they usually control the zone George Kirby with a 3-ball count here to Duran.
I think he's a little bit shaken up by that trade.
Yeah, he's got to get over it. They're professionals. 3-2 pitch here from Kirby to Duran. And here's the pitch. And that's pop foul again. And like Rooftop says, the wear and tear here in the first at bat.
Already.
3-2 again. Mariners have actually won their last 8 series. They've won 6, lost 1, and then split another series. The Red Sox probably the only team right now hotter than the Seattle Mariners in the month of July. The 3-2 pitch. Outside ball 4. A very, very rare walk for George Kirby. 1 on with nobody out. Yeah, Matthias or something was traded to the Giants as well in that trade, but he was like a what did I just click here? He was like a guy they picked up from Pittsburgh a week ago that was DFA'd. So that's nothing. That's a nothing trade that
after this top of the inning, I would definitely like to go over the AJ Pollock trade and see what the Mariners got out of that. And I'll do my nerd researching stuff too.
Up high, ball 1. It's a player to be named later or cash. So there's literally nothing yet on it. It's just some guy that they picked up a few weeks ago that I've never heard of.
Who knows? Maybe that player to be named later will be because remember when the Mariners traded for Dave Hollins in 1996, they traded away a player Duran to be named later.
Throw down to second, and it goes into center field as every single Mariner attempted. There goes Julio, throw to third. That's going to get away, and this is going to be, maybe Kirby's going to get it flipped to home, and it's a run. It's 1-0 Red Sox. Oh, my God, what a mess. Maybe for Thomas White, maybe the Sewald trade is affecting
the Sewald effect.
Oh, that was ugly. So just to recap that, because my play-by-play was really bad on that. Duran stole second. Murphy threw down, as every Mariner catcher has this year. It goes way over the top of over into center field. Julio throws to third. That got away. Duran comes home. Kirby tried to shuffle it to Murphy.
Eugenio Suarez was just standing there. What was he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, first of all, you know why Murphy threw down. He had that stolen by a mile. Just let him have it. 1-1 here to Turner. 1-0 Boston as a run that only the Mariners could give up happens. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Like, only the Mariners give up a run like that. I mean, have Mariners ever scored a run like that?
Effect.
Maybe.
Just like Graveman, they went 4-9 after that trade.
Yeah.
And then it arguably cost their playoff spot.
Outside, 2-2.
And of course, I went on Mariner Mojo, and there's a guy that says the guy that was criticizing the trade, and he was like, "Yeah, but the Mariners got 90 wins still after the Graveman trade." I'm like, "What?" But they missed the playoffs.
Are we sure? I mean, but yeah, I mean,
I don't like them. I think they kiss ass. Too much ass. But hey, it got them 66.7K subs, so I guess. All I know is if I try to do the same thing, no one's going to take me seriously anymore. This is my...
That's Yoshida, I believe, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Who the Mariners should have got in the offseason.
That would have been
I think I would have preferred Yoshida over Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, it wouldn't have cost a player either. Here's the 0-1 to Yoshida. That's going to be a ball. That was closer than the last pitch. And
it was a pretty good contract that he got him. It was like a $20 million per year, which I think in this day and age, that's like the $10 million of like last season, or like 10 years ago.
Exactly. The 1-1 to Yoshida. Ground ball right to JP. He flips it over to Ty France, and that is out number 2. 2 away here in the top half of the first. 1-0 Boston on a...
To answer Chris, 2018, it was Edwin Diaz. 2019, they didn't even have a closer. 2020, I think it was like Graveman that was their closer.
It was, they didn't. And then, Graveman started as a starter in 20. I think he took over. It was they did. It was Taylor Williams or whatever it was for a little bit, and they traded him. Here's Devers. He takes ball 1 up high. Or Taylor Rod. But I mean, it sounds terrible. I just don't count 2020 as anything. Like, you know what I mean? It was just such
Taylor Williams was garbage.
Yeah, he was traded to Milwaukee, I believe. Kirby's 1-0. Devers fouls it off 1-1.
And also, if you guys can cheer me up, because this is how I feel about the George Kirby. I mean, look what I did. I destroyed a candy bar, and I'm drinking a soda. So if you can hit that sub button, that'll make me feel a lot better.
Ground ball off the glove of Ty France. That's going to be an error, and that is going to allow Devers to.
That's why he's on the block. This is exactly why he was on the block.
Rhonda, good to see you. Haven't seen you since the last Red Sox Mariners game that I did in Boston. So welcome back.
It seems that we have our audience is a little bit up because I think everyone's fired up about that trade in good or bad ways.
Yep.
How do you not know? No excuse, man.
What?
The Ty France error. There's no excuse on that.
Oh, yeah. Here is Tristan Casas having a good season. Fouls off the first pitch. 253, 16 homers, 40 RBIs on the year.
You know what? I'm not going to show the commercial right now. But here's the thing. $50 and I won't play the commercial for the rest of the game. And it doesn't have to be one of you to do it. It can just be increments of 5s or like 1s or whatever.
The 0-1 to Casas down low 1-1.
But of course, this guy's like, "Oh, stop! You're extortion. You're extortionist." Don't be a baby. But I will play my most recent video for the commercial break.
Here is the 1-1 to Casas. That's outside 2-1. Runner at first, 2 outs here, 1 run in, 1-0 Boston in the top half of the first inning.
Oof.
Yep, always. There's not a video that I do that I don't get the barking.
Yeah, well, you never know. Someone gives me money for something.
And I don't know what's going on here. I guess Casas used his timeout. Taking his time. Now he steps back in the box. Kirby's ready. His 2-1 pitch. And here we go. The 2-1. That drops in. Good breaking ball for a strike. 2-2. Kirby already at 23 pitches in the first inning. Defense letting him down so far here. The 2-2 from Kirby to Casas is on the way, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 of the breaking ball, and that will retire the side as my TV froze right in the middle of that. So I'm assuming that retired the side.
And we will be back soon after this messages from my own YouTube video, and the Mariners trail 1-0. All right, let's do this. My most recent video, and it's kind of aged right now because of the Paul Sewald trade, but the idea is still there.
The Seattle Mariners just won their third series in a row against the Arizona Diamondbacks after impressive pitching displays by Luis Castillo and Logan Gilbert. They are now just 5.5 games back from the division and 4.5 games back from the wild card as of this video. And before I go any further, hit the like and subscribe button to help grow this channel. It was only as recent as July 19th when the Mariners were 10 games back from the division led by the Texas Rangers. But however, the Rangers have been struggling recently, and with the Mariners winning 3 series in a row, they have picked up ground and now have a fantastic opportunity to make a late-season drive for the playoffs and even the World Series. However, just recently, the Rangers, Astros, and Angels made trades to prepare for their own late-season charges, including the Rangers trading for Max Scherzer, the Angels trading for pitching depth and outfielder Randall Grichuk, and the Astros trading a failed prospect for Kendall Graveman, along with Yordan Alvarez and Jose Altuve returning from injuries. Meanwhile, the Mariners only made one trade for relief pitcher Trent Thornton, but he has yet to pitch for the Mariners and doesn't seem to be enough to add to the bullpen depth. And it's also clear that if the Mariners are going to contend for at least the playoffs, they have to make a move, as there are holes on this team, such as starting pitching just because of how taxed their rookies are and that injury Robbie Ray suffered. The outfielding, since Jared Kelenic suffered an injury due to kicking a cooler.
Terrible. Especially for the guy.
He should have hit it with
Infield,
a bat.
since Colton Wong has disappointed, and Jose Caballero doesn't seem to be the every second baseman of the future, and bullpen depth since Paul Sewald and Andres Munoz are just not enough to help the team. Unfortunately, there have been rumors of the Mariners exploring with the idea of actually selling at the deadline, such as trading Logan Gilbert, Teoscar Hernandez, and Paul Sewald, which I find to be unnecessary. Sure, Hernandez and Sewald are on the final years of their contract.
And look at that. The game is on, and we are behind. It is 1-0 count on JP Crawford. Nick
I'm gonna
Pavita
pause
is
for
now
a
the
little
pitcher.
here.
I think I started him for fantasy baseball. And here's the pitch, and it's ball 2. And I will double check and see if I have him on my team, because I'm pretty sure I added him because I'm like, add anyone that plays against the Mariners. So 2-0 so far. JP Crawford, leadoff hitter, and here's the pitch. And that is a strike, and that's going to have to be a -1 because that was above the zone. All right, JP is waiting. He has a 5-game hitting streak right now. And here is the 2-1 pitch on the way, and a nice curveball almost right down the middle. Strike 2. You cannot argue with that one. That was a really nice pitch. Hey, William, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time. And where's Hannah? Get Hannah back over here.
Get the score updates.
Yeah, I know. Josh is a score update guy.
Cool.
All right. What do we got here? I have him on my team. And here is the 2-2 pitch on the way. And that is foul ball. And I like that. That's what we need. And JP Crawford, he is 0 for 3 in his career. And guys, if you could cheer for me for my fantasy baseball team, would be great. I'm tied 27-27. And then 2-2 pitch. And here it is. And check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the umpire? He did not. And it is a 3-2 pitch. So JP Crawford's on a full count. He has worked really well with this count, as he always has done all year long. Got Julio Rodriguez on deck. And now JP Crawford on the 3-2 pitch. And a foul ball again. And William, I hope you're recovering well from that. Don't like to hear that at all. Hope it went well. And JP Crawford, here is the 3-2 pitch on the way. And that strike three called, and J.P. Crawford knew it. He just turns away, and he strikes out, just struck out looking. And it seems that it really is. I'm going to say it. It is the Paul Sewald effect. I knew it was going to hurt this team. It's not worth it. They're going to go 4-9 or something, go on this nasty losing streak with bullpen meltdowns, and then have this rallying cry in September only to miss the playoffs by like 2 or 3 games. And I'll say, I told you shouldn't have traded Sewald. And here's Julio, and he takes it for a ball. Other updates out there, we got Milwaukee and Washington, except I don't think that has anything to do with the Mariners. So put in some AL kind of scores out there. Julio batting .251 with 17 home runs. Here's the pitch, and that is a fly ball to center field and caught.
Why did that one get me? Why did off the bat I think that's
just that camera angle?
I know.
We got Tampa Bay. I'll take that. Tampa Bay beating New York. Yep, that's helpful.
Rick Riz is back. Good to see. That's great news. He had
great man. He's my favorite guy.
I'm
sorry, Dave, but Rick Riz is my guy. Sorry, Dave. I really am. I'm sure you're rolling your eyes on me. And here is good vibes only. Eugenio Suarez. Can he get anything out of this one? And that was right down the middle for a strike. I think that could have been his pitch, but he just takes it. Suarez is .226. He's playing well against the Boston Red Sox. Mariners have won 3 series in a row since the Kelnick injury. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is foul ball, already down to his final strike. So you're already having your first 3 hitters already going down. Julio had a nice hit to center field, but did not really do much. And here is the 0-2 pitch on the way. And a fly ball to left field, and it's caught again. And the side is retired, and I have to finish my video still.
And then I've got an update too, so go ahead and do that. I've got a trade update or some news updates.
Contracts. But the only reason why there is even consideration for them to be traded is because of the cheap ownership run by John Stanton, and would not be willing to give both of them or even one of them extensions. I can't really see the Mariners getting any kind of value for any of them that would make instant impact. And knowing the Mariners are still in contention for the playoffs makes it even less of a sense to sell at the deadline, especially with 3 of the AL West teams making moves to make their runs for the playoffs. Let's not do another Kendall Graveman trade of 2021, please.
And
although there are maybe hopes to build on to 2024, there is still no guarantees. Paul Sewald and Teoscar Hernandez are unclear if they would return to Seattle after this season. There are no guarantees that Shohei Ohtani would join the Mariners due to cheap ownership, and that the Mariners failed to get Ohtani the last time around. Furthermore, the Mariners are really racing the clock on the young talent they already have. Sure, they are in club control for the most part, but those don't last forever, and time flies. This is the best window of opportunity for the Mariners to win a World Series before the players like George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, and Cal Raleigh are due for new contracts. And there is very little chance that the Mariners would retain everyone. So with the cheap contracts that they have at this time, they really should take the risk, spend money, and go for it. This has happened before where the Mariners had Hall of Fame type talents like Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, and Alex Rodriguez, and the Mariners came up with not even a World Series appearance, and all of them eventually moved on. If the Mariners don't make legitimate moves, you can forget about the playoffs, as we have seen this before, where the Mariners did not make moves in the 2002 and 2003 seasons when they were in contention to make the playoffs, which ultimately led them to miss the playoffs in both seasons. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think what the Mariners should.
All right, I'm done. Now, what's your updates, Mr. Trident?
Oh, this is from John Morosi. Sources: Mariners outfielder Teoscar Hernandez is drawing interest from at least a half dozen teams, and a trade is increasingly likely before 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Phillies, Blue Jays, and Giants are amongst the clubs that are most interested. I know Rooftop's not going to like that news. Here is Alex Verdugo, who was involved in some trade rumors that came out yesterday. He takes strike one inside.
If Teoscar does that trade, that basically means they're folding for the season.
I think Teo's just kind of stunk, though. I get it. I get people not liking it, but that's a low ball one. I mean, I think, and I'm going to say, I think you people are going to like Dominic Canzone more than you're leading on, which guarantees now that Canzone is going to hit like 0-40 for the rest of the year, but that misses down low 2-1. By the way, get your picks in for my home run contest if you haven't. Flick's in for Julio. Reflect is in for Murphy. So anybody else is still up. We got a 3-way tie at first place. Here's the 2-1. Verdugo line drive. What? Oh, gets past Caballero into right field. Great effort. I thought he jumped and caught that.
Would have been the play of the night.
Yeah, that was. I thought he caught it
The
off the
Paul
bat.
Sewald effect. Now, who's the other insider that you talked? Was it John Morosi?
That was Morosi that said that. I mentioned Verdugo was batting, and there were some rumors last night that he might be traded. So that's what maybe you heard the other name that I was talking about.
I just followed him on Twitter, so I'm gonna get some notifications on that.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated too if we see anything trade wise as well. So there could be a hectic stream.
That's a fake account.
Oh, that's the problem now. Like maybe the one I read was fake. I was following it, so I assume it's not. That's strike one there from Kirby to normally I write down the lineups. I didn't tonight with all the trade stuff. So it's an 0-1 pitch here from George Kirby.
Yep, that is not a fake.
Up high, 0-2, or in there, 0-2, a little high in the zone. Can Root tell me who this is batting so I don't sound like a complete noob announcing this? Nope, I'm just not going to tell me. Oh, there we go. Connor Wong doing better than Colton Wong. 256 homers, 23 RBIs. Never heard of him, but better than Colton. The 0-2 pitch from Kirby to Wong. Fouls it off, or no, it got or swing and a miss. I think he fouled that.
It was foul.
Okay, thank you. Christian, what's up? You got France. Sicko's in here too. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you guys. Oh, that's right. Sicko, you're D-backs fan. What do you think of the trade? I like Canzone a lot. Rojas healthy should help. And so who took France? Was that Christian? Here is Pablo Reyes. That was a strikeout of Wong. I've been off tonight in my calls. That trade just kind of threw us both off. We're kind of,
All Sewald effect.
Expecting us. That's a ball. Like, wow, I can't even predict ball and strike. Here's Reyes, 299, no homers, 9 RBIs, 1-0 count, runner at first with 1 down. I'm going to try to get better here. The pitch. Pops it up. Should be playable. Caballero going over. Just shy of the outfield grass, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. Nice quick inning so far from George Kirby, getting that pitch count hopefully back in line. I couldn't believe
I just want to remind you that the Red Sox still haven't gotten a hit, and they still came up with a run. Oh, wait, no. It was just one hit.
Well, that hit, but your point's still correct because that hit did not lead to a run. Here's Yu Chang. Well, yet, I should say. The last run was not from a hit. Chang takes up high ball one. Also, if you guys are new, hit the sub button on both our channels. And remember to like the stream as well for both of us. Just helps YouTube let people know that people on YouTube are enjoying it. So more people might want to come in as well. 1-0 on
Chang.
G-Man,
if you can get me some subs.
The 1-0 pitch. Chang, fly ball to pretty deep center field, right field. Teo going back. He makes the catch just shy of the warning track, and that will retire the side. We'll head to bottom of the second. Boston ahead of the Mariners, 1-0.
Well, mine's going to be a little bit behind, so pause for a couple seconds. All right, and I got to do this to you guys, and I'm not sorry at all. I don't apologize.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And once again, if you're looking for some services, 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and use that promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off your first service and including free estimates as usual. you got your Sunday stuff. I done, yeah. I don't trade me to the Mariners mojo. Oh boy, and they're still there for the commercial break at this time. They're showing a bear in a toilet paper commercial. Looks like that's some National League updates. Now let me see where my sub counts are.
And Sicko, I agree. The D-backs have a pretty good depth of outfielders. Rojas is 29. Bliss is probably the one, if you're a D-backs fan, that you're upset about.
And look at that. Mariners bullpen is the best in baseball in July. Not for long in August. They're going to be like the 97 Mariners. And here is Cal Raleigh to the plate, and he takes it for a strike. What we thinking about the Paul Sewald trade? Yeah, it was a horrible trade. And Cal Raleigh is 0-1 right now, batting .227 with 14 home runs and 41 RBIs. And here is the pitch. And did he go on that one? He did not, and that's going to be ball one. But Cal Raleigh is quite the killer against the Red Sox. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs.
When he hit from both sides of the plate in Fenway.
Yes, he did. All right, here's Cal Raleigh. Can he make something happen? And here is the 1-1 pitch. And that is a ball. 2-1. Oh, boy. And by the way, he's on my fantasy team, so Red Sox guy is doing pretty well for me. I pick any starter that goes against the Mariners. It's pretty safe.
William Urin for Gino. Got it.
And here is Pivetta. And here is the 2-1 pitch on the way, and it's outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Maybe find a sports equipment sponsor. He's not wrong.
It's so easy.
And this guy, and I had a little lag moment, and here is Cal Raleigh. He's waiting on a 3-1 count, and here it is. And it's a fly ball to deep right field. Is it going? Is it going? Is it going? It is gone! It's a home run for the Seattle Mariners. They have tied the game, and the Mariners get themselves on the board. And he's trying to say, don't be distracted about the Sewald trade. I got to bat myself. And the Mariners have tied it at 1-1.
And nobody wins the contest.
The reason I take so long to say anything is because I can't tell by the camera angle. And there's the trident, and I cringe at that. But 1-1, the big dumper. He is trying to dump our feelings away.
1-1. All right, let's go. Let's get the dub.
And now here's Teoscar Hernandez. Please don't trade him. And here it is. And that is a strike. It's already down to an 0-1, and it is a 1-0-2 count. I'm already behind. Man, Mariners with 15 home runs in the last 8 games.
Offense
rumored to be traded. Now, the only way I support the trade is if you get the best closer in baseball. Then maybe. And now here is the pitch. And that is a ball. He is taking it for a 1-2 count.
How am I behind you now? It must be my streaming it goes in and out when I'm not looking. Because I'm behind you by you're good, but it's like half a second. I was way ahead, and now I'm behind.
There's Teo 1-2, and a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that gets me more points in fantasy baseball.
You mind pausing it for 2 seconds? Sorry, just I don't know how it
1-2.
Teo's walking back right now, and the Root Sports graphics up. They're showing
Cal Raleigh's home run. He doesn't use a one-handed swing anymore.
No, yeah, you're right.
I guess. Yeah.
Flick. So right now it's 3-way tie at 1. You, Gunny, and the Manimal are all tied at 1. No one won tonight. No one got Cal in. Unless someone, I did miss a couple comments.
Now here is Ty France. Viva la France. France. He is taking it for a ball. It is a 1-0 count. And unfortunately, look at that. The Atlanta Braves could not be of any help. It is now 4-1 their victory. So that's not going to help us when that trade seems to help them. Here's the 1-0. And here's a fly ball that is popped up that is absolutely playable. He's there. He makes the catch. And now there's already 2 down. But the good news is it is tied thanks to a Cal Raleigh home run.
The one game the Braves lose. They can't beat the Angels. Come on. Help us out.
Looks like they're talking about opening day, All-Star weekend, more commemorative tickets and items. Don't know. Rooftop. Ryan Bliss tweeted in 2014 that the Mariners was well then maybe that's why we got him, to fulfill someone's dream. Sounds like here's the pitch to Tom Murphy, who has also been a fantastic. Look at that. He is batting .285 with 8 home runs. I'm surprised he's not on the block, or he's not at least drawing attention, because he doesn't have good defense. That's why. But Tom Murphy has just been outstanding. Here's the pitch, foul ball. He's batting .370, 7 home runs, 13 RBIs in just 17 games.
That's in his last 17. He's played more than 7.
I know.
That's
his last 17. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Braves are not helping the Seattle Mariners. They are not. And here is the 0-2 pitch. He takes it for a ball.
And he's been hitting lefties and righties.
He does. He hits them well. Teo, France, and Wu for no, not doing that. And now here is the 1-2 pitch for Tom Murphy, and it's outside for a ball.
I don't think that gets you Alonso, honestly. I don't think they want Teo or France. I don't think that's going to – Teo's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
I just say give him a short-term contract or something. And then here is the 2-2 pitch, and here it is. And strike 3 called. It's like, for the love of Pete, what do you think you were doing? Meditating? But that will end the inning. And the Mariners, they have tied the game, and it's now 1-1. And shall we be back after these messages? Well, I don't really want to play the commercial because no one's giving me $50, so there's no point of extortioning because these guys
tried.
But that was my video. Maybe I'll see if I have any other videos to show. Nope, not really. Nope, not at all. But yeah, everyone's just catching up with each other. It's been a beautiful day today, and I have a doubleheader in softball tomorrow.
Nice.
So that will be quite a game to play.
What time does that start at?
6 o'clock and 7:30.
Wow.
Now they're showing T-Mobile commercials about binding contracts. I don't know. No one really does contracts anyway.
No.
That 2-year upgrade thing is here's the problem with 2-year contracts. You get like a discount or something, but here's a problem. Your bill jacks up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they sneak you. That's how they get you. So you're not really saving money at all. Like your line access fee goes up $20. So you're basically still buying another phone. You're just not paying immediate upfront costs. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Installment billing is the way to go. I just wait until my phone starts to shart and stuff. But my phone is an S22 Ultra, so I think I'm good for now. I think other ideas I've got for commercials is showing old 90s commercials or something. I don't know.
Do it. Funny, that
now we're back from the break.
And what was I gonna say something I completely forgot. Oh, Baltimore beats Toronto 4-2. Thank you, Josh. Hannah, welcome in. Yes, Tampa Bay takes care of New York. So saw some good results for the Mariners. Here's Kirby's first pitch. It is fouled off. I believe this is Duran again, the leadoff hitter, fouls it off. 0-1. How's Texas doing tonight? They have been falling fast.
3-7 in their last 10 before today.
Yeah. Well, amen. Well said, Wild Boar. Life can always be, I always try to say too blessed to be stressed. Duran fouls it off, 0-2. He walked, stole a base back in the first, then got to third thanks to Murphy throwing into center, then got home thanks to Julio throwing it away. Game should be 1-0 Mariners, to be honest.
It really should.
Yep, 0-2 from Kirby to Duran. Fouls that off right down the middle, 1-2. That catches a little too much plate for an 0-2 pitch. That was Brian Wu's problem, I thought, on Saturday, not to harp on that, but too many 0-2 pitches just right down the pipe. And I'm not against 0-2 pitches being strikes, but you got to get them off the plate a little bit.
Hey, Hannah or Josh, do you have anything on the Texas Rangers today?
That's grounded foul. Good pitch there by Kirby. We'll do the 0-2 again. They might be off, too, Monday. Could be off.
True.
Yep. last series for the Red Sox. Actually lost 2 out of 3 at the Giants. As I said before we started, Red Sox probably the only team in July playing better baseball than the Mariners. Here is Kirby's 0-2 to Duran, outside 1-2.
Indeed. And yes, to answer the question, Rangers are off. And now it's 2-2 count.
Oh, you're ahead of me again then, because I still got
Okay,
1-2.
how much pause do you want?
Here's the pitch inside 2-2. Cal just threw it back to Kirby. Duran's kind of farting around. Kirby's messing with the ball, rubbing it down, showing the pitch FX graphic. 8 on the play clock or whatever it's called. Not the play clock. Here's the 2-2. Foul ball. We'll do it again. 97, top of the zone. So Duran really putting the wear and tear on Kirby.
He's on 42 pitches on 3 innings. Not efficient at all.
Well, and it's been this guy. Duran's been the only one that's really done it. He walked that first AB after about an 8-pitch at bat, and he's doing it again here.
And he's hustling. That guy is hustling.
Ground ball to Caballero. Takes his time. Like I said,
oh, God. Texas is playing against Chicago. That's going to be 3 free wins. So Mariners are going to have to sweep.
You know what? I'll look at it this way. I'm assuming they sweep Chicago, so anything less than that, I will take it.
So the Mariners have to sweep no matter what.
You know what, though? Oh, go ahead.
No, you can't settle with a 2 out of 3 with that kind of other competition.
I will say this, though, in Texas, when you're going bad, sometimes it just doesn't matter who you're playing. Here's Turner outside 1-0. How many times we've seen the Mariners getting those tailspins, and we go, oh, here we go, a bad team coming in, and they still, you never know. So hopefully the White Sox, although they've traded away everybody, so they don't even have anybody left except for
the
Robert.
Purge.
Yeah. 1-0 to Justin Turner, 286, 17 over 70 RBIs on the year.
And it was just 2 years ago that Tommy La Russa, a nearly
101.
as old man La Russa, actually led them to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. They were the next big team. They were like the Braves. That they were going to be the Braves of the AL, and they are kind of the. And here's the 1-1 from Kirby to Turner, fouls that one off 1-2. Like where the Braves are kind of the poster child for what you want to be, and we kind of hope the Mariners can become, or the Astros too. The White Sox are kind of like the scary, you know what I mean? If things go really wrong, what can happen, and the players don't develop. The Mariners have kind of been in between, I feel like. The 1-2 from Kirby to Turner fouls it off 97, just outside the zone. 1-2. A lot of people chiming in the comments. Texas, yeah, Wild Boar. Texas did get swept by San Diego. So you never know. Hopefully, White Sox can do something. The 1-2. Outside 2-2. I mean, like Rooftop said it best. Like you got to win your games. At the end of the day, Mariners have got to take care of their business. Obviously, we're going to scoreboard watch. It's what we do. But take care of your business, and the chips will fall where they fall. The 2-2 from Kirby to Turner fouls that one off, and the wear and tear continuing this inning. Some good battles here by Turner and Duran to lead off. Hello, Hannah. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody that's in here. Hope you're all having an amazing Monday.
3-2.
Yeah, you're still, I don't know why you're still, the pitch outside 3-2. I don't know how you're ending up. It's like, is yours going really fast, or is mine just in slow motion?
Probably in slow motion. No, Wild Boar, they have to sweep.
The 3-2 from Kirby to Turner. Fouls that one off again, 3-2.
Actually, got to win every single game. That's all I'm going to say. That's how insane I am.
Did you have a good? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I had a great time. Thank you, Wild Boar. Appreciate it. Always a day at the ballpark beats anything else. The 3-2 down low. Second walk for George Kirby. And one on with one out. And Kirby's pitch count here up to 52. So hopefully a double play or something. I will say something the Mariners got a lot of in Arizona was double plays. Felt like they had a pretty fair share of them. So hopefully they can dial one here. We're in the top of the third. We have a 1-1 game. The Red Sox scored their run on, I have no idea what you'd call how the Red Sox scored their run. And the Mariners got theirs on a big dumper home run. Here is Yoshida. And he takes ball one low. Breaking ball misses out inside. Yeah, second walk for Kirby is probably ties a season high, would be my guess in the game.
Rooftop, didn't Jerry say we're going to – I don't want 2024. I don't care. I was arguing. Oh my god. Oh, that was almost like
Fly ball to left field. Marlowe comes in, makes the catch. That looked like it might drop in off the bat. It does not. That's a quick out number 2.
Here's my thing. I don't think there's any reason to just. Here's the thing, because 2024. Here's my problems of looking forward to that. There is no guarantees that the Mariners will get Ohtani, knowing John Stanton, and players' regression's a thing. Injuries are a thing. Like whatever we've got right now, this is the time.
No, that's a fair point. Like, you're in position. You might not be there next year. I think that's fair.
Like there's no promise. Like I don't want to sound very fatalistic, but there are times where I should have saw my grandfather more, and I kept putting it off. Like, oh, I'll do it next time. Oh, and what happened? I know that sounds like a very extreme example, but
the point, I get what you're like you said. That's
like
the point.
There's no promises.
Yeah, of tomorrow. Devers pops it up. Out of play, 0-2. And that's
crashing into earth, or the sun could get too bright. YOLO.
Yeah, Wild Boar, I think you're right. What Jerry, I think, said was it was looking for 2023 and 2024. So we'll see. Like I said, I like the Seawald trade, but I also know where Rooftop and people that are against it are coming from 100%. The 0-2 pitch from Kirby to Devers. And that's up high one too, especially when you see a lot of teams in the Mariners position are buying and going for it. It's always more fun to see that. Like I said, I think people are going to like Canzone a lot more than people are thinking. And of course, that just guaranteed he's going to be terrible, me saying that. But no, I get people's frustrations. I don't tell anybody how to feel on these things either. At the end of the day, we all want the Mariners to win. That's outside 2-2.
I'm convinced that the ones that call me a bandwagon fan don't want them to win. They just want them to be angry at everyone.
Well, there are some people that, it is Wild Boar. It's a good haul. Like, and I think, Rooftop and I were talking. I don't speak for him. I don't think he thought the haul was necessarily bad. It was just the timing of the trade was more the bigger.
It's like the Graveman trade was heavily inappropriate. Right after you beat up the Astros with the Dylan Moore grand slam, it's like you apologized and like, oh, we're sorry we beat you up. Here's Kendall Graveman.
I will say the timing of that one could not have been any worse. Like after that, Wild Boar, I agree, and Bliss is close. Like he could be the second baseman.
Batting stance
for Devers.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
You're ahead of me. Yeah, there you go. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But yeah, I agree. Bliss, I think, could be the second baseman some point next year. I don't think it's crazy.
And
1-1 go to the bottom of the third.
Yep, and I got a special treat for all of you, and it's gonna be the Modern Exterior Solutions commercial.
Up to their starting pitching and offense. With a tight division race with the Oakland A's, who had their Moneyball season, and all of a sudden surging Anaheim Angels, it was clear that the Mariners had to make a move at the trade deadline. The A's went ahead and acquired Ricardo Rincon and Ray Durham.
Billy says he needs $225,000 for Ricardo Rincon. Okay, thank you very much. We'll call you back. Thank you. Come on! Come on!
And meanwhile, the Mariners did not make any moves. Disturbingly, Lou Piniella was placed on a gag order by Howard Lincoln due to Lou's frustration with the lack of moves being done by the Mariners while other American League contenders were doing so. Now it makes sense why Lou Piniella had his moment with umpire C.B. Bucknor.
The season bubbling to the surface. Piniella gets the immediate ejection, and then we have a Class A top-notch and the throwing of it. And we tear it up and we throw it, but apparently
not a good toss.
Not good enough of a toss as Buckner looks on. There we go.
Edgar Martinez even expressed his frustration, stating, I see other teams getting their teams ready for the last couple months. They're getting some help to make it to the playoffs. Sometimes it is a little frustrating when our team can be improved and we don't make a move. He had every right to express this since he was in the last days of his career and he desired a World Series championship. But the Mariners refused to help put a team together in position to compete.
Well, we'll show more. And here is Cade Marlowe, who I had him on my fantasy team for about a few seconds. And he takes it for a ball.
We're like perfect right now, by the way. In
He's
terms
batting
of
222 with 1 home run and 1 RBI. Let's see if he can get that going. He's going to have to step up. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1.
Oh, you're ahead of me again. I don't know what's going on with my thing.
Who knows?
You're good. Just keep it, whatever.
Mariners offense is now 15th in the league. They're middle of the pack. And here's the 1-1. And that is a foul ball. I mean, the way I look at Cade Marlowe, I don't think he's going to – I don't expect him to be like an impact player or even Jared Kelenich's level, but I do expect him to at least grind out these pitches and make these pitchers tired. More of a jab and punch kind of guy. And here it is. And strike 3 called, and that's going to have to be a -2 outside the strike zone, just barely.
Marlowe has grinded out some good at-bats. I've liked Cade Marlowe so far. I'm with you. I don't think he's necessarily the next coming, but he's had some good at-bats so far. I've been impressed.
And Pavita's been doing pretty well as a starter. And now we got Jose Caballero, and we are finally at the bottom of the lineup. And Caballero having a talk with the umpire. Wonder what that's about. Maybe the umpire's checking his bat.
What is this?
No idea. But once again, in case if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button. And now we are back into baseball, and here is the pitch. What a curveball, and that is a strike. You just got to give this to this guy. He's doing pretty darn good, yeah. It's bottom of the third. It's still 1-1. At 6:09, get me to 1,000 if you can. Sam Haggerty's been playing very well in Tacoma in the week. And here's the pitch, and Caballero takes it. And maybe this is the time to maybe call up Sam Haggerty. Looks like his rehab is paying off right now. And San Francisco is beating Arizona, but yeah. Well, maybe they have the Paul Sewald effect that way. And here's the pitch. And it's strike 3 called once again. For the love of Pete, what do you think you're doing? Meditating?
Didn't even get the bat off his shoulders once in that at-bat.
No, but he did when he was talking to the umpire.
True. Can't wait for Josh Rojas to have those at-bats.
No. I guess that trade really was about the second baseman, but I'm still very wary about it. And now here's J.P. Crawford finally top of the lineup, and here's the pitch, and it's foul ball. We're just fouling off this guy all the time. But 37 pitches, Pavita's been very efficient. He only had 1 pitch that just got away. Other than that, he's been fantastic. And now here is the 0-1 pitch, and it's down low for a ball, 1-1. J.P. Crawford did strike out in the first. It was a strike 3 called, and it seemed that he really did know it very well.
Yeah.
And now here is the 1-1. And that is inside for ball 2. You love to be ahead of the count. And Pavita's already got me 10 points. Walker's got me 14 points. So that's good. And now here is J.P. Crawford. He is waiting on the 2-1 pitch. And here it is. And it's a line drive. And that is a base hit going into kind of the gap. But that will just hold J.P. Crawford to first base. And the Mariners are on the board with a single. 2 outs. 2 outs. Oh, wow. That's a good point. I hope the trade doesn't take JP out of the zone. Him and Paul Sewald were close. It would seem only so. It seems that Jerry Dipoto does not pay attention. Yeah, and they're all about good culture, but Jerry Dipoto doesn't make it a good culture one bit. And now here's now that's a 6-game hitting streak, and now here is Julio upstairs for a ball. So J.P. Crawford and Julio, looks like that 1 and 2 is working not too terribly. But I remember I said it earlier in a video that J.P. Crawford should be the leadoff hitter. My video was how to fix J.P. Crawford because he was having some issues early on. And now here's the 1-0, and that is a foul ball. He looks like Julio really just wanted to beat the crap out of that one.
Yeah, probably one he could have too.
He should have. Oh, yeah, the culture is great. The Washington Redskins general manager. The culture is tremendous. Failed. But now Pavita's at 42 pitches, so now they're really putting work into him. And now here is the 1-1 pitch on the way, and here it is, and that is swing and a miss, strike two. That was what kind of camera angle was that?
I hate that. Do you mind pausing for 2 seconds? I'm sorry. I know I've had you do that like 20 times.
1-2. So Julio Rodriguez, he is still waiting for it. It's 43 pitches for Pavita. They're down to the final strike, but can Julio Rodriguez get anything going, which would be really nice because the Paul Sewald effect isn't helping.
Don't do that camera angle again, please, for the love of.
I hope they don't do that again. Who did that? It wasn't even the camera guy. It was the one who was mixing it. And now here is 1-2 pitch for Pavita. And here it is. And it's down low for ball two. Good eye by Julio Rodriguez, something that Ty France would swing at. But that was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. This guy throws hard, no doubt about it. But Julio Rodriguez, he's still waiting for it. Got a nice little jewelry. I don't really like the jewelry on baseball players.
I don't get how you play in that. I know it's not like
I
an
can't do that. And now here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will retire the side. And it's time to continue to show my video. He chucks his bat out of frustration, and we will go into the top of the fourth.
I will say, never mind.
The team together in position to compete for the World Series. To further kick a dead horse, Howard Lincoln went on to say these followings. The goal of the Mariners is to not win a World Series. It is to field a competitive team year after year to put itself in position to win a World Series and hope at some point that happens. People want us to do something exceptional, but what we want to do is to have the discipline to stick with our plan. We absolutely have to make money. No question. End of story. I'm in the baseball business, not a feel-good business. Which explained that he basically just didn't care about putting together a winning product for the Mariners. And it's not like us fans and key members of the Mariners were asking for much at all. Just a little bit more to acquire key players at the trade deadline to compete in the ultra-competitive American League West. Thanks to the lack of activity at the trade deadline, the 20-game winning streak by the Moneyball Oakland Athletics, and a random red-hot Angels team, the Mariners missed the playoffs by 10 games for the division and 6 games for the wild card. The Angels went on to win the 2002 World Series.
Into right center field. Erstad says he has it. The Angels, world champions.
After the 2002 season, Lou Piniella.
Yeah, I'll play that next. But that was part of my 2000. The video was how the 2001 Mariners hurt their future.
Yep.
It really did, because that gave the ownership an excuse like, oh, we could do it the Moneyball. The 2001 Mariners was Moneyball before Moneyball.
Well, it's like you didn't have to.
Brett Boone was the greatest free agent signing in Major League history. It was a 1-year contract, 37 home runs, 141 RBIs. That's a steal.
Well, and I think people forget that Moneyball wasn't like everyone talks like, oh, it's just about on base percentage. I mean, yes, that was the focus, but the point was, how does a team like the A's, whose payroll is $2, compete with the Yankees? Like teams like the Yankees, the Mariners at that point didn't have to do that because they could just get the best players. You didn't
Except
have to.
The Mariners act like they are the Oakland A's when they're clearly the better market.
That's fouled off by Casas, 0-1. I will say, what was I going to say? Oh, Pivetta, last time he faced the Mariners, shut them down for 3 or 4 innings. Then they got to him in the 5th or 6th inning, I believe. So hopefully that happens again. Here's Kirby's 0-1, outside 1-1. Yeah, I don't think that Trevor May rumor, that was more some random account that was talking about that.
If this game comes down to a Walt Pulse run, yeah, I'm going to be a complete douchebag about it. Like, I told you shouldn't trade Sewald. I'm going to do that. You shouldn't have traded Sewald episode 1.
I'm ready. You know it's going to come down to 1-run game. I'm just going to let Rooftop take over and go berserk on it. It would be very Mariners, though, for the bullpen to just, like, completely shut him down or something. And then, like, the 1-2 from Kirby to Casas. I believe he called his timeout.
He did call a timeout.
Pitches, 63 pitches for Kirby.
Ugh, not good.
Yeah,
that means the bullpen's going to have work. And you don't want the bullpen to be having too much work early in the series.
Not at all. Yeah, exactly. Game 1's the one where you want that deep start. Houston taking it to Cleveland. That's not good news for the M's.
So the Mariners absolutely 100% have to win this game.
I will say if they win, I think they would move to 3.5 back because Toronto lost. That's down low. 2-2. Pretty good pitch there from Kirby. Just can't get him to bite at that. 2-2 here to Casas. Top of the fourth. We are tied at 1. The Red Sox with their one run on kind of a stolen base and an error. The Mariners on a Cal Raleigh solo home run. Here is the 2-2 to Casas. Inside, strike 3. Beautiful pitch. 96 with some movement. Paints the inside corner. 1 down. Good pitch by Kirby. If you guys have not yet already, go hit the subscribe button for Rooftops channel and then head over and hit it for mine or whatever order you want to do it in. Just hit the sub button on
like the button, like it too.
Yes, like the stream as well on both of ours if you can, because that just helps the algorithm get it out to more people. Here's the pitch. That's a little inside. 1-0 to Alex Verdugo. 1-0. Verdugo 1-for-1 singled back in the second inning. Kirby is ready, and his 1-0 pitch to Verdugo. That's
nice pitch.
That was good.
That looked like a fast screwball.
That's kind of what that pitch to Casas did a little bit too. Like just kind of darted back in. Verdugo, very relaxed batting stance. The 1-1. Fly ball hit to left field. Cade Marlowe's got it. Dipped down
the scaling's a little bit off today.
Yeah. Wonder if there's some sun out there. He does make the catch out number 2. 2 quick outs here, so hopefully Kirby can have a quick inning and at least get through 6, maybe 7. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Came from Rooftop, sub to me. Appreciate it. If you're from mine, go sub up the Rooftop as well. Thank you very much.
Hey, Chris, bring your friends over. Bring everyone. Bring Carrie. Bring everyone you can.
Here is the pitch to Connor Wong. Swing and a miss at 96. Is Marco Gonzalez still alive? Like they're talking about a guy we just have not heard anything on recently. I don't know what made me think of it, but
still poor guy that
I know.
He just fell after 2020.
Fouled off 0-2. Yeah, remember how good he was in that season? I mean, he was like, and it wasn't just
COVID
like
season. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball.
He didn't walk anybody. His strikeouts weren't really high, but they were decent. Like he was a legitimate good pitcher that year. The 0-2 from Kirby to Connor Wong. And did he go? He did not. 1-2. Next pitch will be 73 for Kirby, I believe. Yeah, 73. So the Red Sox have done the wear and tear on George Kirby. Kirby's 1-2 to Wong. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 96 up in the zone. Good inning from George Kirby. Sets the Red Sox down 1-2-3 at the bottom of the fourth. It's the Red Sox 1. The Mariners 1.
And we'll be back after my videos once again. That never gets old.
Love that theme music.
Expressed the need to improve the team, which angered Howard Lincoln, since Howard did place him on a gag order. The disagreements with each other led to the Mariners trading Lou Piniella away to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays for their lone 2002 All-Star Randy Winn. With Lou Piniella out, the Mariners went ahead to hire Bob Melvin, a former bench coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bob Melvin at the time was known to be a yes man and would not oppose the inactivity of the upper Mariners management. In controversy, the Mariners had an opportunity to pursue Dusty Baker, who did help manage the Giants to the World Series, but the Mariners did not entertain an interview due to the personality that would have been similar to Lou Piniella in terms of having a say on how the management puts together the team. Despite another dreary offseason, including the Mariners not willing to add payroll for the 2003 season, the Mariners once again, just like 2002, got off to another strong start, at one point being the best team in baseball in June. However, from June 6th to July 28th, the Mariners lost more games than they won, with their division lead down to 3. As the trade deadline approached again, the Mariners once again did not make a legitimate trade while watching the Yankees trade for Aaron Boone, the A's trading for Jose Guillen. Although the Mariners did settle and trade for Ray Sanchez, he did not provide much of a spark for the remainder of the season.
Yep. Well, we'll finish that video after the next commercial break. And
I've
now
got a
we've
question
got
for you.
Eugenio Suarez. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll wait till after the inning because it's going to be like a longer, it's like an in-depth question.
Write it down.
Okay.
All right, Eugenio Suarez, he's got 5 RBI. Or I don't even know what that was, but he's batting third in the order against Pavita. He did fly out. And now here is the pitch. Can he come up with anything? And here is good vibes only. And it went past him, and that is going to be ball 1.
That would have been nice with some people on base.
It definitely would be. And hello, how's it going, whoever this is? And now here is the 1-0 pitch to Eugenio Suarez, and that is fly ball, and that is more than just playable, or maybe not. No, and there's a little miscommunication, but he makes the catch anyway by Casas. And now we've got the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Can he make anything happen? Look at Houston; they are just running up the score on the Cleveland Guardians. But the last at bat, Cal Raleigh did hit a nice home run. It looked like it was gone. I just couldn't tell by the camera angle, but it was gone. And it was a nice home run. I remember I saw his very first home run in 2021, and that one was blasted.
It was. How about a double dump tonight?
Yeah, we could use a double dump. And then here is the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that curveball is just an absolute killer. Pavita seems like a pretty nice pitcher. He's got really good stuff, I must say.
He's just had trouble, I think, going deep into games, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably sounds like it. So maybe if we put some wear and tear on him, it could do something. And here's the pitch. And that is a ball. And the umpire looked tempted to call a strike on that one. Cal Raleigh's batting cleanup today. 1 for 1 with a solo home run in the second. And here is the 1-1 pitch. And that is a strike. That's one of those really nasty inside pitches that you just cannot really – because if you try to swing at that, you're hitting the skinny part of your bat.
Bingo. Yep, exactly.
That's the pitch. And when I play softball, that's the pitch I want to do too.
Yeah, nothing you can do with it.
Not much. That's why you bunt maybe sometimes, but not Cal Raleigh's caliber. He has 15 home runs, 42 RBIs, looking to do some more damage. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and that is a foul ball. And look at that. We got Juan Then, who's been recalled to the major leagues out of AAA. Not like it. Maybe I think it should have been Prelander Baroa, but the problem when I saw Prelander Baroa, he looked very underdeveloped and just looked too raw. And now here is the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's that curveball. If Serrano saw that, he would just quit baseball.
And then go save a bird in the outfield.
He would. I just saw that movie last night with the Actions commentary. And now they're showing Papa Murphy's commercials. Man, my take on Papa Murphy's, just make your own pizza. I don't know. It's about their toppings that they have to make it good. But here is the pitch. And that's a strike, and that is a -3.
Wow.
I take on the whole pizza thing. I only get it from mid-tier to small business. I would never get a corporate run, even though the one I like is corporate. Here's the 1. Check swing the go. He did not. It's called Zeke's Pizza. It's like they say it's corporate, but it feels more small businessy.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're outside of Washington, are they?
They're not.
Yeah.
So it's like I still say it's small business. I don't think they're corporate. Doesn't feel like it. Here's the 1-1, and it's foul, but they are franchise run.
Yeah.
So it's like it's corporate, but with like a small business mindset.
Exactly, and local. So that's
like if I ever go to New York, I want to try their deep dish pizzas. I heard they are one of the best in the business. And now here's Teoscar. He is working on a 1-2 count, and here it is, and it's a line drive foul. Didn't he have to swing at that one at all? But he did. Yeah, Baroa, he is very inconsistent. I think he was just too raw to be in the major leagues. And he only has like 2 pitches, so he's very underdeveloped. And now here is the 1-2 pitch to Teoscar. Foul ball. As long as you're putting foul balls on him early.
Yeah. Although that was like a pretty hittable pitch.
It really did. And he just didn't get the fact. Maybe he is distracted with the trade rumors. And I don't like the idea of trading Teoscar because you already gave up Eric Swanson for him. And now here is the 1-2 pitch. And that is down low for a ball. With this kind of situation, I would just hit the crap out of it. Just hit it. What do you got to lose on 2 strikes? Like,
Yeah.
You just got to try to hit it out because you don't want to be on 2 outs with only a man on first. And and that is a fly ball to deep right field. Is it keep going? Nope. It is caught, and that will retire the side once again, and time to show more torturous videos of the 2003 Mariners. Oh, before I play, what was that you were asking?
So this is kind of for you and for anybody. I'm just curious on it. So let's say one of the reasons why I was okay with the Sewald trade is I still think you can buy. I think you can look at that and say the reliever market's big for sellers right now. They're getting a lot in return. What would your thought on it be if the Mariners went out and bought? Like if they go out and get, and I'm not going to name any names, but let's say they go out and get a second baseman. That's a big upgrade. Let's say they go out and get a couple bullpen guys and a starting pitcher. Does that change your thoughts on the Sewald deal?
Depends who the closer is, but the thing that Paul Sewald has that no other closer is going to have is he was well part of the culture. So whoever that closer is, it better be a real good one because they did a similar thing where they compensated for the Kendall Graveman trade and got Diego Castillo, but that seemed to have that didn't even compensate much at all. So I'm just saying that it's one of those things where even if they did get a couple bullpen pitchers, it's one of those you shouldn't have had to if you just kept Sewald. And I think I'm happy with outfield as long as you're not trading Teoscar and you can depend on Jared Kelnick coming back. Outfield, I won't lose sleep over it. You still have Julio, Cade Marlowe. He's not great, but he'll still at least take forever to strike out, which is a win. You got Teoscar at right field. And you got Dylan. Well, he's not hurt. Second base was an absolute need because Cobby, you just cannot depend on him every day. He's too much of a utility infielder, like a Dylan Moore kind of role. And then Colton Wong's. So you needed someone in second base, and then you need someone in bullpen because you just cannot have too much depth on bullpen. You just can't. Because there's going to be days where one day will do well, and then the other day he just will do terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And that Houston series, it still sticks out like a sore thumb where your sixth best bullpen in baseball still couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm just curious, and here's the pitch from Kirby outside 1-0. Kirby 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Anybody else in the comments, let me know what you think on that. Just curious what people's thoughts would be if that would change their minds on it or where that would put them on that. So I just wanted to ask you that. The 1-0 pitch, line drive into center field. That's a base hit. A leadoff single for, I believe that is Pablo Reyes. And a leadoff man is on here on the top of the fifth. So it's a little more wear and tear. Yeah, Dylan Moore has the wrist issue. I figured something had to be up on Saturday because there were some at-bats where I was like, why is Dylan Moore not batting here? And then Scott said he hurt his wrist. So I don't know why they don't like put him on the IL if he's out for this long. I mean, at that, you know what I mean? Kind of like give him the 10 days at this point because it's been 3. Here is the pitch.
And at this point, call up someone.
Well, because you're just kind of wasting the roster spot. Even if he's going to be back in 3 days, okay, then he misses an extra 4. So what? Like, it doesn't change anything. Use the roster spot. Here's Yu Chang, the 0-1. Reyes, pretty fast runner, I believe. Gets his lead. The pitch from Kirby inside 1-1. Bottom of the order here for the Red Sox. Chang, 159, 5 homers, 17 RBIs on the year. So not having a great season, but those seem to be the guys that kill the Mariners consistently. So here is the 1-1 from Kirby to Chang. There, Reyes holds, I believe. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Reyes bluffed going. 1-2. This next pitch from Kirby. Kirby creeping up on 80 pitches here. So unless he gets a double play, well, no matter what, he'll have to throw 80 pitches this inning. There's no way he will avoid that. Kirby's 1-2 to Yu Chang. Fly ball foul. Kirby doesn't have a quicker inning here. This could be it. I think I'd like to see him go 6 at least because, like you said, game 1 of a series is where you do not want to, well, especially a tie game. Well, especially in a close game, too.
And especially when you're down Sewald.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. So hopefully Kirby can get out of this under 90. Hopefully just get out of it for the team's sake as well. Here's the 1-2 from Kirby to Yu Chang. Kirby comes set and the pitch. Fouls it off again at 95.
More wear and tear.
Yep. It's what you don't want. Hannah says Chargers second place. I would agree with that. I think it's going to go Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders in the West would be my prediction. Chang steps back in. The 1-2. Grounder to third, slowly hit. This is going to be a tough play. Gino across the diamond. What a play by Gino to get Chang at first. I thought that was going to be an infield hit. Man,
all right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
I'll tell you, Gino, especially in Arizona now here, he has been bringing the gold glove the last couple series.
What a play. Just barely.
Play. Yeah. That is a great play because I'm not just first and second, nobody out. Now you're a couple outs away. Gino's really been bringing the glove the last couple series. All season, but he had some great plays in Arizona. Gino is one of 2 Mariners to appear in every game this season, along with Teoscar Hernandez. Here's Duran, fouls it off. That may be changing, though, tomorrow. We'll see. 0-1. Yeah, I agree. Well, gold glove for Mr. Suarez for sure. And he had 2 plays on Saturday that were great. I think he had one last night as well. I don't know if we had a timeout here. The ump's looking at something. Murphy's walking around. Oh, did he foul off the ump? Maybe the ump's getting himself a little breather. I see how it is when the players they only get one timeout, but the ump wants a breather and you get. I'm just kidding. Looks like Kirby is ready. He's got an 0-1 here to Duran. Runner at second, with 1 out. Kirby's pitch on the way. Outside ball 1. Pretty good pitch there, diving away. But Duran, who's had some good at-bats here so far today, takes it. Duran scored in the first on an E2 and an E8. Double error for the Mariners. Kirby comes set. His 1-1 to Duran. Up high, 2-1. Duran 314, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. Two and one coming. I agree, Flick. Great point. It's the arm, too, for Gino. It's not just the fielding. That's a great point. The 2-1 from Kirby to Duran. Fouls that one off. Good pitch. 85 inside. 2-2. I would imagine Kirby. We'll see how this inning finishes up. I imagine they'll try to get 6 out of him.
Seven would be ideal if you can get anything out of it. But that's just wishful thinking, knowing Scott.
Yeah, he's not going to let him go past 100. You know that. The 2-2 from Kirby to Duran. Sets up.
What bothers me, it's not like he load manages just for regular season. If it's playoffs, he's still going to do the same. Even for the World Series, he'd do that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's that. I would agree too. I think early in the year, I don't mind. I think now that we're into August, like
you got to start taxing a little bit more.
No, I do agree with you on that one. The 3-2 from Kirby to Duran. Fouls that one off, but he's got to get these outs here first too, because these Red Sox are pesky and fighting them off.
They are just grinding it.
Stefan, I wouldn't be too quick to say they won't help. I think you're going to be Rojas is going to help. He's better than Colton Wong. I think we'll see the end of Colton Wong.
But
and
Rojas
Kenzone
is
should
a
be up
very
as well.
high strikeout rate.
Rojas, he's been bad this year. Here's
Maybe
the
just
3-2.
a change of scenery is what he needs.
Well, he's been hurt too. Grounder right back to Kirby. It's going to go foul. Yeah, you want that to go foul. That would have been an infield hit. So we'll do a 3-2 again. He's been hurt. I think he just came back up actually healthy. So I don't think they're not going to help this year. Now, I certainly agree the bullpen is worse. I wouldn't say the team is better, that's for sure. But I think those guys will help. I do. But knowing the Mariners, probably not. But knowing our luck with this team. But welcome in, too. Good to see you in here, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great night. No home run contest winner tonight. Nobody took the dumper. Surprising on that. The 3-2 again. Red Sox number 2 in baseball with runners scoring position batting average. The 3-2. Line drive, base hit into right field, and that should score a run. No, Reyes will hold, actually. And runners will be at the corners here with 1 out. So not only is Kirby truthfully approaching 100 pitches, Red Sox have a runner in scoring position here threatening to take the lead.
Paul Sewald effect.
Good pitch, 96 inside. Duran's had some good at-bats. Are the Diamondbacks having the Canzone effect? They're down 2-0. They're missing them.
So I guess the trade's helping nobody for now. It just shouldn't have happened. It was one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Wild boar, yep.
Canzone may have more wins above replacements in the remaining games.
Wouldn't shock me.
But the bullpen depth.
Like I said, I truly do understand where everybody's on it. I do. I get why people are frustrated about the trade.
Wins games. Defense wins championships. It's about your defense. And no one likes to talk about defense in baseball.
Oh, defense matters. I agree with that.
There are people out there that think that managers don't matter in baseball. They're like, oh, yeah, just put a talented team and you're good. What does a manager do? A lot of things.
Here's Turner. Fouls that one off. 0-1. Runners at the corners. So looking for a double play. Turner is a double play candidate, I would think. I don't know how many he's hit into this year, but he is having a good year. 286, 17 homers, 70 RBIs. The 0-1 from Kirby to throw over to first base. Duran is back. Yeah, definitely want to keep him at first because you don't want him to get to second and have a little easier. You want to keep that double play in order is what I'm trying to say in a long-winded way here. First and third, one out. Looking for a double play or a strikeout will work as well. Kirby's 0-1. That's going to be a little looper foul, and it's 0-2, so 2 quick strikes.
Yeah, but Arizona was already coming back down to earth anyway, Hannah.
They definitely need the bullpen help. I think it's a good deal for Arizona. Like, I think it will
Great
help
deal
them.
for Arizona if they're in that win now mode.
Here's the 0-2 from Kirby to Turner, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout. It was actually a foul tip. Murphy holds on to it. Big strikeout there for Kirby.
I caught it. You're out. But I take it. You're still out.
I know.
You're
I love
still fat.
There's a guy that did that yesterday for the Diamondbacks. Perdomo struck out, and he was like, same thing. He tipped it, and he's like arguing. It's like Cal, and like I get CB Buckner was behind the plate, so you never know. But it's like Cal caught it, like, and you swung. You're out. Like there's nothing. Here's a dangerous hitter in Yoshida. Kirby comes set, and his first pitch to Yoshida is going to be in there for a strike. I don't know if you call that a minus. It was borderline. I think that's a fair strike call. I'll let you decide if that's a minus or a plus for the Mariners. 0-1 from Kirby to Masataka. I hope I said that right. Yoshida, who's 0 for 2, ground out and lined out. There goes Duran. The pitch. Don't throw down. 1-1. Duran takes second. This team can't throw at anybody. If they threw there, that would have scored a run. It would have gone into center field, be 2-1. I feel like Rooftop's laughing. Did something happen that am I way behind? And it's like 4-1 right now. The 1-1 from Kirby to Yoshida. Fouls it off. 1-2. 86 right down the middle. Got away with that one. Kirby is at 95.
He's out after this inning for sure.
I think it's pos. I think you're right.
But the thing is, you got to think about that. You don't want to burn up your bullpen so early.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see how this inning ends before. But the 1-2, good pitch, misses down low. 2-2. Yoshida,
and Yoshida's not an easy guy to strike out.
No, that's a good job. Yoshida spitting on that pitch. That was a good pitch from Kirby. Throw it again. See if he spits. See if we can get him to chase. Like you said, Yoshida's not an easy guy to strike out. He's probably going to spit on that again. The 2-2 from Kirby to Yoshida, and the pitch. Line drive into left field. Marlowe coming over. He's got it for the out. And the Mariners survive the top half of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We are still tied up at 1.
And what an inning that was. And now time to torch you with 2003 nostalgia. All right, let's go to it. And there it is.
Jeff Nelson expressed his frustrations on the management's inactivity after the trade deadline. Here is what he stated. They tried? I'm sick and tired of tried. They always said they tried, but other teams seem to do it. That's what the Yankees and Red Sox do, and we have the money too. Heck, even Kansas City and Oakland and the White Sox do things, and they're similar market clubs than us. If I was a fan and having to pay these outrageous concession prices, I'd feel frustrated. They deserve more than just, okay, we stood pat again. Every year, they say they're going to go out and get someone, and they never do. I want to do everything we can to get into the playoffs. I care about right now, tonight, and the rest of the season. Right after those statements, the Mariners traded Jeff Nelson to the Yankees for Armando Benitez. Sounds like Howard Lincoln got his feelings hurt, since he's not willing to take criticism, obviously. Bob Melvin also stated that he was comfortable with the team he had going into the trade deadline, which made Howard Lincoln's life easier, since that's the kind of manager that he wanted. For the remainder of the season, the Mariners struggled, including getting swept in Boston in 4 games in August, missing the division and the wild card by 2 games. Right after the 2003 season, Pat Gillick stepped down as general manager of the Seattle Mariners, and the Mariners went on to hire Bill Bavasi, who not only managed the Mariners into the abyss, but was allowed to be given the payroll needed to build a team that never made the playoffs. I find that true hypocrisy, where once again, the Mariners were not willing to spend money while they had a contending team, but allowed the incompetent Bill Bavasi to spend money into baseball hell. Although 2001 was a record-breaking season, that season gave Howard Lincoln such arrogance that he felt that he didn't have to add payroll to get the Mariners to the World Series. He allowed one lucky season of 2001 to inflate his ego and alienate those who wanted to win, and held Lou Piniella and Pat Gillick hostage of managing the Mariners to its full potential.
Depressing. And now we're back from the break. We got Ty France, Viva la France. And there is a fly ball to deep left field. Is it? Nope. No.
Another one.
It's just not enough. It's just never enough. But Ty France has just as many home runs as Tom Murphy.
France has been bad.
He's been
like
awful.
Ty France has been legit. It went from good to like to like Ty sucks.
2021, I think he was a better player than he was in 2022, and that was his All-Star season.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I actually think that Ty France shouldn't have been an All-Star either. He needed that motivation. And here's Tom Murphy, and that is a strike. That inside pitch just really kills it. And yes, I'm cheering for the Reds because of David Bell, because he was one of my other favorite players growing up as a kid. He was a hustler.
Yeah,
and,
it was.
Here is the 0-1 pitch, and here it is. And the Mariners won on that trade. Remember that David Bell came off of Joey Cora. And,
that's right, it did.
And the Indians with Joey Cora did nothing for them.
That's right.
And now here's Tom Murphy, 1-1, and here is the pitch, and that's a ground ball, and it is a base hit, goes right through him, and the Mariners have a man on the board. Tom Murphy at first base with a nice little single. Every time he's up, I always expect him to hit a home run. I don't know. Well, because
he hits the ball.
He hits the ball hard.
I wouldn't be shocked. Now, he might not have the at-bats to qualify. I would not be surprised if he leads the Mariners in the exit velo stat. Like, even that ground ball, 105.
Yeah, that was a very scary stat.
That's someone they need back. That's someone. I'll be more mad if they trade Murphy, honestly. Like
Ty France, the only player in MLB to on face. Cade Marlowe is batting 8th in the order, 1-0, so he is grinding it out a little bit. And now here is the 1-0 pitch. And that was a ground ball, probably a double play ball. Yep, that was just too easy. And once again, Mariners are out of the inning. And now, for you all nostalgia people out there, I got a nice special treat for you. Let's see if I got it.
I want a CD player that plays 5 CDs at one time, but not at the same time.
I don't need a VCR with a jog shuttle. I get plenty of exercise.
A camcorder with a flying erase head? Can't someone get hurt with that?
These answering machines with the little micro cassettes? What if you get a really long message?
The whatchamacallits with the things. I'll take 2 of those.
Circuit City. Experts in every department. Low prices all over the store.
Yep, that's me at one of my jobs.
I could watch those old commercials all day.
Yeah, well, maybe we got some more. I don't know. And if any of you guys have any commercials that you would like me to show, put it in the comments, and I'll put those into considerations because I can only do so much coming up with commercials. I can't play the Mariners commercials because copyright is a thing. But yeah, the old Circuit City was once a store competing with Best Buy, and Best Buy just quietly took over them. And their death blow for Circuit City was when they got rid of commission pay for their employees. Turned into hourly pay.
Yep.
I mean, do you have any memories going to Circuit City when you were younger?
Yeah. I don't nothing specific, but I went to Circuit City many times. They were big. That was, like you said, that was kind of Best Buy before Best Buy, I would say.
Yeah. Were they like pushy, but were they like salesy people?
I was a kid. I don't remember really.
Yeah, they're not going to be salesy on you, but I'm sure they were on your parents.
I'm going to put on mute just for a second. Give me 1 second, everybody.
Well, it looks like I will take over for just a couple moments. And, well, let's see what we got here. George Kirby is out. He is done as expected. I don't agree with it. But 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. I still don't like it.
No, I would have let him go one more. I'm the Scott defense, but I would have let him go one more.
I do like that you're a Scott defender and I'm not. We don't want to agree on everything because that just makes the show boring.
Exactly. Well, we don't necessarily agree on the trade either, but it's also respectful. We understand. Like at the end of the day, we all want the Mariners to win here. But I would have let him for game 1 of the series. I would have, and you don't have any days off coming up either. Here's Spire, strike 1 to Devers.
That's right. You got the Angels coming up, so I think pitching George Kirby just one more inning could have made the difference. And now Scott Service is going to yank everyone in the bullpen. Yep, I told you so. Pulling George Kirby was a horrible idea.
I mean, I don't mind Spire for Devers. It's probably a better matchup. It's just that when you look at the series, it's – and honestly here too, it's why the wear and tear matters. You know what I mean? Like Kirby, good start, but you know what I mean? Like all the foul balls, it's little things like that can impact later in the game. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
So Rafael Devers with the leadoff single. Spire's actually been pitching really well recently. He pitched well.
Nice. That was like a nice little slurve ball.
Drops in on Casas for strike 1. We'll say a lot of lefties coming up here, so I get it. But, yeah, I think just for the sake of, like I said, no days off or anything. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't matter. It never doesn't matter. The 0-1 from Spire, that's in the dirt. Good block there by the Murph. 1-1.
For once.
Seriously. If you guys are new to either of our channels, please hit subscribe and hit the like button on the stream too. It tells YouTube that people are enjoying this stream. Diamondbacks scored. Is Paul there yet? Probably not. The 1-1.
Off the glove.
Grab off the glove of JP Crawford into center field. JP's got, throw back to second. Nope, not in time. JP's got to make that play. Unless it took a weird bounce that I didn't see.
I think it did take a weird bounce, but you're JP Crawford. You really got.
JP had one like that against Arizona too. Let's see. Up the middle.
No, he should have got that. There's no excuse on that one. He should have got that.
That's a double play.
Granted, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Wow. That's yeah, that JP's got to make that play. That would have been 2 outs, nobody on. Now you got to work around first and second, nobody out.
Nobody out.
Here's Verdugo. That drops in there for a strike. A lot of lefties up here for Boston this inning, I will say that. So I do get it a little more now, but and that was hit hard by Casas, 107 off the bat. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball right to Cobby. Took a high bounce to JP for 1. Back to first. Double play. Wow, nice job by Cobby. That took a wicked bounce on him, and they turned the double play. So how about Spire essentially ringing up 2 double play balls back to back. Devers moves to third, 2 down.
That bounce could have done anything.
That was bad. That was a bad bounce. Flick, I'll tell you this, the numbers don't like JP very much, some of the defensive metrics. The funny thing is, JP's been carried by his offense, ironically, in terms of his value. Here is, I think this is Connor Wong. They may look at that at second. Did JP step on the bag? I thought maybe he didn't step on it, but I don't know.
Doesn't matter either way, but we're on 2 outs.
Swing and a miss, strike one. I thought on the replay, but it could just been when he was coming off there. Wong swings and misses 0-1. Runner at third, 2 outs. So Boston looking for a 2-out hit here to take the lead. Here is Spires 0-1. Fly ball foul, quickly 0-2.
And the fans have really got to get back into it. They really got to scream their lungs out and get this inning over. This is not helping either. The Angels beating Atlanta. Because of that trade, they were serious about contending. Even they were willing to nuke their –
0-2 in the dirt. Nice block by Murphy again, 2 in a row.
Even though the Angels really nuked their farm system, but it was like if they feel – hey, if you're going to lose Ohtani next year, what is it that you got to lose? Because
their farm's not going to matter. Yep.
Yeah, who cares what you're going to do within the next few years?
Exactly. Their farm's not going to save them once. And who knows with Trout? Here's the 0-2 up high, 1-2, or that might be 2-2. Excuse me. Like Trout's hurt a bunch. Ohtani's not going to be back. Those 2 prospects they gave up aren't going to save them. You know what I mean? So the 2-2 from Spire to Connor Wong. Ground ball to third. Fair ball. Gino throws across the bag to tie. What a play. He's out. What a play and throw by Eugenio.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
What a throw. That gets us out of the inning. We had the bottom 6 still tied up at 1. Great play by Gino, who needs to be the new big veteran voice on this team now.
Oh, I got a commercial that used to be on Mariners games all the time. I love this one. I mean, my grandpa used to reenact it like all the freaking time. Oh, yeah. I think you guys are going to like this. You're going to be in for a treat. It's like 2000 nostalgia.
Hey, back on your feet after all that work you missed.
Yeah, good thing my supplemental insurance kicked in.
Something what?
Aflac. Well, even the best health insurance doesn't give you cash to cover things like lost pay or other expenses. This does.
What does?
Aflac. Oh, sure, buddy. What? Anyway, ask about it at work.
That if no insurance is complete.
Ask about what? Aflac.
Poor Duck. Didn't get the attention.
Could Aflac copyright you on that?
Would they really care? They don't even play that commercial anymore.
Man, doesn't seem like those were that long ago. Like I feel like I just saw those. But that's
I was like 8 years old, and I used to reenact that commercial with my grandpa. I was the duck, and my grandpa would step on my foot.
What year was that one from?
2000.
Wow.
That was when the Mariners won that wild card. And possibly that was also, we probably reenacted that same day the Mariners had that 19-inning thriller.
The Mike Cameron walk-off.
He did. And that was the same day the Mariners got Al Martin on a trade.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. Well, it was the day before, but yeah.
Oh, that was, right.
Yeah.
That was post Gilbert Gottfried.
Jamie Moyer All-Star Auto Glass. You know what? I'll get that commercial up and running for next.
All right. Let's get a run or 2.
Just anything.
Yes, there's a belch.
All right, here is Jose Caballero, where his position has been slightly upgraded, and that is going to be a ball for Jose Caballero. Mariners 4-2 without Canzone. Or Arizona 4-2.
That's 2-2.
And there it is. And then here's the 1-0, and that is a strike. That was definitely a strike. And look at Pavita. He is on 85 pitches on 6 innings. Very efficient today.
No, he's at less. That's 67.
67 pitches.
Yep.
He's going to go in for a long time. And now here is the 1-1. And that's a ball. We're going to – no, that was a ball. But barely. Now, Jose Caballero, he has a favorable count on him, and it's 2-1. And does he have it? Here it is. And that's popped up. And could it be playable, or is it going to go? It is just over it. And that is going to be 2-2. Hey, MLB Network is playing this game, so that's nice of them. But we are the network, so
right.
We
better here.
MLB leaders in average. We got Luis. All right, I can't even say his name. 382, so his 400 seems to be out of the window. And here is the 2-2 pitch, and here it is for Jose Caballero. Slide as a ground ball to the third baseman. He's got it, and he's out. But it was a nice hustling effort by Jose Caballero. Something that you at least like to see. He does at least hustle. I just don't see him as an everyday guy.
Yep, agreed. He's a good little spark plug player, kind of a 26th, 27th man on the roster, but not the everyday guy.
Ohtani is leading OPS 1.087.
Gosh. Does the Mariners don't have a guy with an OPS over 760?
Nope. And here is J.P. Crawford, and here is the pitch, and that is going to – I won't call that a minus. That was actually a strike.
It's borderline.
The computer was just thrown off on that one. I'm not going to minus that one.
I agree.
And here is the 0-1 pitch to another strike. That tracer is off right now.
I mean, that's bored. I mean, even on the tracer though, they're borderline. I mean, it's not.
Look at that. Jordan Alvarez is back in the 1,000 OPS, so it seems like everything's back to normal. And I'm honored, Josh, that he mutes the game for us.
That's right. I am too. Thank you.
And here is the 0-2 pitch to Crawford. That is a ball. But not much work has been done against Pavita.
No.
Just the Cal Raleigh home run. But other than that, not much has really happened for the Mariners offensively. And now here is the 1-2 pitch for JP. And there is a fly ball to center field, but this is playable. And he makes the catch. And that is already 2 outs, as if we need more outs. Seattle Times is telling me to subscribe to them. Nope, I will not give Ryan Divish my money. Not one bit. And now who we got? Julio Rodriguez is up to bat, who has regressed since last season. He's not the Julio of last year, unfortunately. Must be the sophomore slump, which I expected, and that Sports Illustrated cover, which he should have never accepted. And now here is the pitch, and a nice, nasty curveball for a strike. And Pavita has really just been killing the Mariners. I just got to wonder how his numbers are doing for me and my fantasy team.
Killing it.
Yeah,
he looks good. He's throwing the ball well.
Fantastic. Here's the 0-1, and that's outside for a ball. Nick Pavita has been giving me 19 points. Wow. And Atlanta is the first team in National League history to reach 200 home runs before August 1st.
Thank you, Hannah. Appreciate that. She doesn't watch the games, just here for us. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you looking at that one for, Julio?
It's 1-2. That looked like that could have been his pitch.
Yeah.
Without question, Atlanta wins the World Series. It's a pretty safe bet because they are looking like the most healthiest team in baseball right now. Everyone else is kind of just dangling along.
Yep.
And the 1-2 pitch, and here it is for Julio Rodriguez, and a swing and a miss, and strike 3 just chased another baddie. But the good news is I have a commercial because someone requested it, and here it is.
I'm Jamie Moyer. The next time this happens to you, throw the brick right.
Hi, I'm Glenn. The next time this happens to you, call All-Star Auto Glass.
Being an owner of All-Star, the Moyer Foundation will benefit from each windshield replaced. In appreciation, Brown Bear will also provide you with 12 free car washes.
Call ALL-STAR.
So to get 12 free car washes, I just got to bust my windshield. That's no.
Does that offer still stand?
I don't know, but did you notice that Jamie Moyer's jersey was censored because that commercial was released in 2007? So that was after that shooting must have happened in 06, right before he was traded. And I still remember that trade. It was, oh my gosh, I gotta show that commercial. I gotta show that trade, the Jamie Moyer trade, for the next commercial break. I will forego the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, while Julio does have a 150. He's been good this month. Really, the entire offense has been pretty good in July.
I can't do it because of copyright, but you know what? For you, because I'm not monetized yet, I'll do it. You know what? I'll do it. I'll try to do the one off without the not on the Mariners channel.
Oh, good call. Me to get it from somewhere else.
And I'm gonna do it without the voice. I'm gonna voice over it.
Top of the 7th, there's Rick Riz. Good to see the Rizzer back.
I hope they don't flag me for it.
But yeah, my issue with Julio just seems like so much guessing. He's been really great series in Minnesota. Actually, pretty good series in Arizona. That would have been great to cap it off with that 9th inning on Saturday. Julio is playing a lot better. It's not that he's having a bad year. It's just what we expected from Julio. He's
not really a clutch player. I actually argue that clutch at all. I actually argue that Kelenic is a more clutch player than he is.
Definitely. I mean, I'm hoping Julio can get that, but definitely this year he's been one of the least. What's funny is he's been good actually with runners in scoring position. It's just in the 9th inning. It's like everything.
9th inning, he just disappears.
Yeah. It's like Julio's trash. I won't say that, but
no, he can say it.
Oh, he can say. I'm saying I won't, but he can say it.
Oh no, we're screwed.
Oh yeah, your favorite. Matt Brash is in. He throws outside ball 1-2.
I can't look. I'm not gonna look the entire time.
All right, I'll get you through it. You'll be fine. We'll see. Get another Twix. The 1-0 from Brash to Reyes inside 2-0 at 99. You stared a strike right in the middle. What do you expect? Wow, poor. I don't remember which game though. That feels like almost every game though with him up in the 9th with Julio. I'm trying to think what game that was. Maybe that Tigers game that we did, the 2-0 and foul tipped. It is a strike, 2-1. Every time Brash does the yeah, you're good. Brash always does this. It's like the quarterback getting the ball. 2-1 from Brash to Pablo Reyes. The 2-1 fouled off 2-2. Brash actually been really good the last month or so. A little bit of a hiccup in Minnesota. But other than that, he's actually been solid. Saying he breaks when the I don't know if he necessarily the 2-2 from Brash to Reyes is on the way. Ball 3, a little high there. Good pitch, but didn't get him to bite. 3-2 on Reyes. It's either a walk or a strikeout. 3-2 from Brash to Reyes. Brash leads the MLB in relief appearances. Line drive into center field. Julio coming over. Makes the catch. Nice running catch by Julio Rodriguez on a ball stung pretty good. Yeah, Wilbur, exactly. They all have their little things. Rooftops. Yeah, Brash does have a little beard now. You're right, Flick. Some of these guys, you know,
if Matt Brash can just develop a splitter, he is Julio, easily the best pitcher in the bullpen. He could be a closer.
Yeah, I know. I would love for him to have a third pitch, just even as a show me something. Here is Yu Chang, strike 1 on the slider. Yeah, wow, boy, I agree. Julio that's something I really have been impressed with. I think last year his routes were, and this year he has been phenomenal, except when he's running into Teo. Brad Chang swings and misses at a slider that would have killed a left-handed hitter. 0-2. You missed a good one there, Rooftop. That pitch was
good. Like, I don't want to see
the other dugout. Maybe they have been doing it on the side to replace. Yeah, maybe. Josh, you never know. I think in the middle of the season, you don't want to mess with too much, but curious if they do something in the offseason. The 0-2 outside, 1-2. One down here, top of the 7th. Phenomenal catch there by Julio. You just K'd for the 12th. Oh, talking to Julio. The 12,000th time. And missing a pitch right down there. The 1-2. Ground ball right to short. JP's got it. Flings it over to Ty. That is out number 2.
I still can't look. I think I'm going to do this for the entire bullpen for the rest of the season.
You might, with Paul gone, maybe that's the new, and so far so good. Maybe this.
Hey, you just jinxed it.
Oh, shoot.
Good job, man.
No, I think 1,200. Oh, you said 120. Well, 1,200 worked too. Oh, you did. I think you said 1,200 flick. Duran steps in. That's outside 1-0.
You know what I'm still really irked about? Joe Doyle ghosted me.
Yeah, that was kind of
low.
Yeah.
If he did it like 2 days before or even 1 day before, fine.
For strike 1-1. Or just like from the start, been like, I'm not going to do it. Like, okay, but just like
at least Marine Layer Podcast, who didn't like me, at least they didn't make it clear. They made it clear, just didn't want to dick around.
Yeah, and that's like you said, like just say it up front and don't. That one, Duran hit to left field. Marlowe going back to the warning track, to the wall. He's at the wall, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. That will retire the side. Damn, Brash does have a full beard overnight. We head to the bottom of the 7th. We are all tied at 1. I could have met the rooftop there.
Oh, it's time to show another treat for you guys. Not Modern Exterior Solutions. I'd say every time the Mariners give up a run, I have to play the commercial.
All right.
All right, here it is. Hey, Ichiro, grab a seat. Okay. I may joke around, but I really think it's nice that we get to play together. I agree. It means a lot to me. Me too. By the way, I put glue on that chair. Of course you did. Mariners baseball. Believe big. Junior!
That was pretty good. Pretty good
Thanks.
reenactment.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to get the... If Rooftop could lower that... Oh, my God. It's in my mouth. Oh, man, this guy. This guy is too much.
Flick has been relentless tonight.
He has to.
I don't blame
He's got to do it. He's got to blow it all up. Please never do that again. No promises? Oh, I think 7th inning. Does anyone want me to sing? No. Okay.
Everyone's in like a bleh right now.
Hey, this is all we need, guys. This is all we need.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
I thought the impression was pretty good. I'm with Wild Boar. I thought you did pretty good on it, actually. To be honest, I thought your junior impression was pretty decent.
You really think so? Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad.
I can handle the impression. I remember when I played my dad with him. I stole the fly ball. I thought it was funny. He didn't. So he grounded me and took my car keys. And now Eugenio Suarez just swung and missed. And Nick Pivetta, 8 strikeouts, 3 hits, only 1 run.
No walks.
My goodness. And now Eugenio Suarez, he's at 79 pitches. And here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And this, just throw the strike down the middle. And you ain't going to get any, and Suarez ain't going to get anything out of it at this point. Suarez, high strikeout guy. So that's the toughest hitter to find, is a no strikeout guy. Here's the 0-2, and that is strike 3 called. And at this point, I'm not even a minus anything.
That's here. And the thing for the Mariners too is like they're not striking out by like working at bats. These have been 3-pitch.
These are just quick, really efficient pitches.
Yeah. Usually the one upside is striking out.
Now 2 more batters away from the immaculate inning. So let's see if we witness the immaculate inning. And here is the pitch to Cal Raleigh. And there goes the immaculate inning. And that was barely a ball. I'm afraid to get banned if I get too specific. Say whatever. I'm not going to ban you. I'm not Mariner Mojo. And here is the 1-0 pitch, and that's a foul ball, and that really looked like his pitch. I really thought that could have been the chance for another home run.
Yep. Yeah, that was the pitch right there.
Oh, boy. Mariners are 19-15 in series openers. Batting cleanup is Cal Raleigh, and here is the 1-1. And here is a fly ball to deep right field. Is it enough to go? That is gone! A home run! And the Mariners take the lead! Pavita's been pitching really well on the Mariners, but Cal Raleigh just blasted another one, and that's the second game against Boston where he hits 2 home runs in a game. But not this time from switch hitting. But what a hit by Cal Raleigh, and now the Mariners have the lead. But it's not enough. You still got to keep scoring.
We got a double dump.
Got the double dump. What a hit. And they're doing the Trident cringe.
Cal Raleigh 2, Red Sox 1.
Cal setting up the save loss coming up. But that was just absolutely smoked. It looked smoked the moment we saw it, but knowing the limited camera angles that we have, I just couldn't tell. But that thing was just rocked.
You know, for a second, I thought it might have been too high.
Too high. Remember Major League? That was too high. Who gives a shit? It's gone.
It's gone. And it's like crushed out of the stadium.
And Julio Rodriguez, he saw it. He's happy. And now here's Teoscar Hernandez. Please do not trade him. I'm going to say that again. And here is the pitch to Teoscar. And he hit an outside one, and that is foul. But look at that. The Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Rooftop, it's the second Cal home run game for Cal this year. Yep, it really is.
Yep.
I think it might be his third. And here is the pitch. And that is a foul ball. I think didn't he have a 2 home run game against Toronto?
I think you're right. He did. He did. That game they won where Trammell hit the grand slam. It was a 2 home run game.
That very much could be possible.
Yeah, you're right. That's his third.
It really is. Notice that I stopped doing home run tunes. I don't want to get copyrighted. Even though it doesn't really matter because I'm not monetized. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that is a ball. Oh, ticker update. Yep, I gotta fix that.
Oh yeah, it's been 1-1 for so long.
It really was. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike 3.
Oof. Teo is. I mean, he's not even mixing in the occasional home run anymore.
No, he's not.
This like you said. I think you said though before. A lot of trade rumors going on with him, so that stuff can get.
He is distracted, and you can't really blame him. But at this point, you just. You know what? Maybe you do tank that game so they don't give a reason to trade. So his trade value goes down, maybe?
Did he, Stefan? Stefan said Cal just had one the other day. In Minnesota? Did he?
Yeah, I think could have been Minnesota, not Arizona.
Was it Toronto? I was out of town for that
pitch, and swing and a miss, strike 1 for Ty France. And I'll go ahead and look up Cal Raleigh.
You know what he did against Toronto? I think on that Saturday game. So I think that's his 4th.
Not the Saturday. It was a Sunday game. It was Sunday because they didn't score squat with the McGee pitcher guy.
Yeah, the first he had 2 home run games against Toronto in Toronto and in Seattle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good call, Stefan.
Cal Raleigh hit a 2 home run in Toronto and Boston. So this is his 4th multi-home run game. The other one with 2 Toronto games. And now here is the 2-1 pitch, and it's ball 3. Cal had a 2 home run game against Gausman, which is even more impressive.
That's right. Wow,
and this guy is saying, you can read that for me, but I got to focus on the game.
Athletic as
Here is the 3-1 pitch, and it's a ground ball right to the first baseman. He just had to chase on that one, and that will retire the side, but not before the Mariners hit a home run with Cal Raleigh, and great, Taylor Saucedo's coming in.
Wow.
You're just burning through your bullpen once again, and I cannot look.
All right, you can put the mask on then. Manimal, by the way, welcome in. You won the home run thing on Saturday with the Murphy home run, so you are now tied. Wild Boar, I agree. Canzone not nearly as athletic, but hopefully, I mean, honestly, if he can just be decent defensively, maybe even a little better offensively, I mean, he's a little more patient at the plate, a lot more than Teo. I'm hoping that can actually maybe even make him better. I actually think that's the plan. I think they're going to trade Teo and put Canzone in right. That's my prediction for what
I
they're
don't
going
want to.
I'm just telling you what I think they're going to do.
I don't want to. Let me look at Dominic Canzone's numbers. So I think he is the hot ticket,
majors.
right?
They're not good in the majors, but only has 37 at bats.
So he is the hot ticket. He's the hot ticket of that team. That's what it is.
Bliss too, or yeah, Bliss. Yeah, I think him and Canzone. Rojas is more the whatever.
No, I don't think that's too much to ask for.
For what?
Too much to ask for Canzone to completely replace Teoscar Hernandez.
But Teo's kind of sucked. Like, I'm gonna say it. He kind of has. I don't think it's gonna take much to be better. That's what I'm saying. I think there's some little things here that's why I'm not against. Now, Teo's always like an at bat away from a massive hot streak. You know what I mean? So
he is, yeah.
Like he's really streaky. Yeah, Wild Boar. I don't know with Rooker. I would like that. I think that would be a nice little buy low move. Or not buy low, but buy move. But haven't really heard of it.
Oh, Matt Brash is still on the mound. They're going to give him another one. Well, time to do this.
Well, hey, you know what, though? They didn't burn through the bullpen for you, so they're still, you know what I mean? So there you go, listening to you a little bit.
Yeah, if it backfires, and I'm going to take the heat.
Up high to Turner 1-0.
I'm going to say it. I'm not opposed to it. I don't like Matt Brash, but I am not opposed.
Rooftop is somewhat defending a Scott Service move. We have reached peak insanity. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I think he's just going to face Turner, then come out because it's going to be lefties after Turner.
I don't care about lefty righties.
But that's what I'm just saying what they're going to do.
Doesn't mean anything.
1-0 from Brash to Turner. Outside 2-0.
It makes me wonder how Ken Griffey Jr. did against Andy Pettit.
2-0 here. Mariners up 2-1 on 2 Cal Raleigh dingers. Brash is ready. His 2-0 is in there for a strike at 98. Good pitch. 2-1. Animal's going to get his grandma to sub to you, Rooftop. So there you go. Another sub coming your way. The 2-1 pitch low, 3-1.
I need to get to 1,000 by like December because December was the month I had 2,000 watch hours alone, and I don't want to lose that.
Oh, yeah. Football. Do some.
I do a lot of football. I'm going to do some football games with you if I can.
The 3-1. Fouled off 3-2. Yeah, we'll definitely do some football for sure.
I'm already trying to get the Monday Night Football game off.
Oh, the Seahawks Giants?
Yeah.
That'll be a good one to do. 3-2 here.
And like maybe a game if the Mariners have a clinching kind of situation.
Definitely. We want to do that for sure. 3-2. Fouls it off again. So we'll do a 3-2 again. Brash going at him with the fastball. Don't want to walk the leadoff guy here. Yoshida on deck. He will be facing Saucedo, and I'd be shocked. Brash is going to face Turner. I'd be blown away if that's not it for Brash after this. 3-2 from Brash to Turner. The pitch. Fly ball. Shallow center. Julio is right there. And that will do it. Or no, it won't. That'll retire Turner.
Wow.
Sorry, Rooftop. I didn't mean to mess you up there. That would have been a really interesting 3 outs. Here comes, this is going to be it for Brash. Scott's making the call. He's going to go to
No.
And just as Rooftop almost had an epiphany of liking a Scott Service move, they're going to Taylor Saucedo.
Okay. If the Mariners do not give up a run, how many push-ups do I owe you?
Everybody in the chat, let us know what you want to see from Rooftop. Right, people who
Well,
thought
first,
the
I need
Seahawks
to take it
game.
off because I got to know what time I was ranting because maybe I'll make it a YouTube short.
Oh no, sorry, Wild Boar. It's top of the 8th. Brash got the first out. He's being taken out. There's lefties, so they're going to Saucedo. Brash went an inning and a third, pitched the 7th, and then 1 at bat into the 8th. I couldn't even do 1 push-up. I went to the gym for the first time in like 3 years today.
Oh, that must have felt awful.
Oh, I can barely like lift this cup right now. It hurts.
130?
I'd say 50 to like 30, something like that.
I'll do 50 because I really got to lose weight. I mean, I got to burn off all this.
That's right, that Twix.
And it's probably too late because it's all digested.
That was the comfort food. Yep, 4 up, 4 down for Brash today.
New record. I think we're on 20 views so far.
Yeah, 15 people in here. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to both our channels. Dang, 200 a day, Chris. Love it, man. That's impressive. Good for you. Gunny, I know. I'm getting back to it. I got to get in better shape. Well, I want to get my tattoos done, so I want to look a little bit better before I do that instead of this flab and stuff going on here. Wow. 1 million push-ups. Have a great day says 1 million. I think Rooftop we would lose and we'd have to continue this stream into tomorrow for that. That's impressive, Chris. Good for you.
Yeah, I could get some kind of something.
That would be a fun thing. Yeah, exactly. I might get some people in here.
There was a video where Mr. Beast counted to 100,000 to celebrate getting 100,000 subscribers.
Man, I hope I get to a point when Eric can just come my chunk of 1, 2, 3, 4, and just get people to sub from that. Hey, when you have a big channel, here is Saucedo versus Yoshida. Drops in a pitch for strike 1. If not for CB Buckner kind of robbing Saucedo on a call yesterday, he was close to an immaculate inning yesterday, actually. The 0-1. Ground ball, foul, quickly 0-2. So we're seeing the new bullpen here a little bit for the Mariners without Paul, using Brash and some lefties here, especially against a lefty-heavy lineup in Boston. And I would imagine Munoz will pitch the 9th. Saucedo's 0-2.
Which I'm not looking forward to.
Ground ball right to Caballero. Flips it over to first, and that is in time for the out. You know what? Munoz got to step up. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to be better than he's been recently. Time to do it. Yes, Jave's giving away a brand. It's actually a Pinto, an old Pinto that I'm giving away, Flick.
I'm still not over the fact that Scott Service pulled Paul Sewald for Robbie Ray. That was insulting.
Well, I can't do that anymore. Literally, that cannot happen at all. There's strike 1 to Devers. So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
0-1 from Saucedo. Saucedo looks good here so far. 0-1. That's the kiss of death I just gave it. 0-1 to Devers. Ground ball. Just gets through the dive of Caballero. And
bad decision. It's a Paul Sewald effect.
So 2 outs and a runner at first as Devers grounder finds some daylight there. Pretty good pitch by Saucedo. Just got past Caballero. Good effort.
So the commercial break would hopefully me be doing 50 push-ups. But if the Mariners give up a run, I'm playing the modern exterior commercial.
Oh, boy. Flick, go tell the Mariners not to give up a run.
Flick really doesn't like that commercial.
No, he really doesn't. He really doesn't.
I'm going to tell my buddy to make a new commercial.
Yeah, that'd be cool, actually, a little something different. We got a pinch hitter here. I think this is Rob Ruffsnyder. Rob Ruffsnyder, I think that's how you say it. He is pinch hitting for Casas. I'm not positive because I don't have my lineup with me. So we got lefty on a righty here. Saucedo's first pitch. Line drive foul, quickly 0-1 here. Flick, which commercial do you think? Flick, come on, you know which commercial Rooftop's talking about. Your favorite. Munoz is getting loose. Saucedo's 0-1 to Ruffsnyder. Inside, ball 1-1. Runner
Each time the Mariners blow a save or have a bullpen meltdown, I'm going to point out this Paul Sewald trade. I'm going to shove it down everyone's throat.
I am going to, each time they lock it down and Canzone wins games, I'm going to say, hey, look at that. It's working. The 1-1 to Ruffsnyder and the pitch. Low, 2-1. I might be, who knows, 2-run home run right here, and I'm already in the hole.
If they hit a 2-run home run already, I'm going to play the commercial immediately.
Wild Boar, he does kind of look like Stephen Kwan, actually. That's a good, I think you're right on that. Here is the 2-1 from Saucedo to Rough Snyder. The pitch, way outside, 3-1. What's up, bud?
Mom and Dad are
Guess I'll take over for a couple of moments. I'm taking my eyes off.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And here is the 3-1 count from Taylor Saucedo. And here it is. And it's low for ball 4. And this is where I said, I told you so. Pulling Matt Brash was a bad idea.
All right, I'm back. I appreciate you taking over for me. First and second with 2 outs now. Then when Bliss has that 8.3 WAR MVP season next season, and then they can re-sign Paul in 2025 and get the veteran Paul.
The bridge is burned.
I don't know. Paul was very, and he might have just been, Paul's a good guy, so he's not going to say too much, but he was very appreciative of Seattle. I mean, truthfully, he shouldn't be mad because if it wasn't for Seattle, he would not have a big league career. And that's going to be it for Saucedo, as he will be done.
Look at that. We're just wasting our bullpen away.
Yeah, he did get on base like Kwan, too.
Oh,
yeah,
if only the Mariners had Paul Sewald, too.
I probably would have left Brash in, honestly, but Saucedo not happy with himself. Only can be mad. I mean, the Devers one, he has a right to kind of be, that was just a grounder got through, but the Rough Snyder one is on him. The commercials might be coming back. Manimal. Munoz is in, so I'm assuming a 4-out save. And to Rooftop's point, 4-out save for Munoz probably means no Munoz tomorrow. So, especially
since he throws really hard.
And he has not pitched a lot of back-to-back days. Now, I mean, if you get him for maybe you're only hoping.
And here's the thing. What if Munoz gets hurt? Then who else do you have?
Well, at that point, yeah, then you're kind of.
Then it's like you really shouldn't have done the Paul Sewald trade.
I don't think you can, not do it because someone might get hurt. It's just, I get what you're saying though. And truthfully, and so what you would hope for here is Munoz gets an out, then you can score a bunch of runs in the bottom half and then bring in someone else. Or is Topa going to be getting the save?
I don't want Topa.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying, is that what they're going to do?
I know. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not. I know you don't. You know that I don't.
Yeah. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just going.
Sauce is so weird. 2.3 ERA with a 1.4 WHIP. It is weird.
But you know what? That's kind of to the point of ERA is not the best stat for bullpen guys.
Not, but
because you can
Mariner
give up.
Fans use that stat all the time, and I think it's the laziest way to assess your pitching,
especially for bullpen. I think ERA is not. I don't think it's a.
What is
stat.
WHIP?
Walks and hits per innings pitch. And that's the thing. Saucedo's put on a lot of base runners, and other people come in and get him out of the jam. So I don't think Saucedo's terrible, but he's a mid-inning, 5th, 6th inning reliever guy. He's fine. I have no problem with him in the bullpen. It's just with Paul being traded, you're relying on a lot of guys now. They're all their roles go up by 1 now. You know what I mean? Everybody, and the mask goes back on. Munoz coming in. Let's see if we can get a clutch out from Andres Munoz. No, I know you do, Wild Boar. I know you look at all the numbers. So I appreciate it. That's actually a really cool, interesting stat on Saucedo. Here is Munoz, 25 games, 2.96 ERA, 24 1/3, 33 Ks, 11 walks. Munoz's command control has not been great. He's got to get that under wraps. Here's Verdugo. First pitch is outside, slider, 1-0. Can you see through that at all, Rooftop?
This is my sleeping mask.
Oh, okay. I was I wasn't sure because you were leaning in. I thought maybe you had something. The 1-0 to Verdugo. Outside 2. Oh, no, called strike. That would be a +1 there because that did not look like a very good pitch. It didn't break well.
Higher, bail this out.
We'll take it. 1-1.
Munoz is paying them off.
Munoz with the big chew in the lip. The 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Munoz technically is not throwing a strike yet here. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, so they're going to be off on anything as well.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Top of the 8th.
I told you.
Can we get the out to bring Rooftop around on the trade? The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball foul, 98, 2-2.
Wait, Didn't Matt Brash not even give up a hit?
No, Brash didn't. Four and a half. I mean, couple hard hit balls.
And it's not working. This is why I hate Scott Service.
The 2-2 from Munoz to Verdugo. Come set the pitch. Low 3-2.
Yep, this was a bad idea.
We're driving. Poor Rooftop. We were making
Where's
his.
Paul Sewald?
He is probably on a plane. He's probably about 40 minutes from me right now.
He's probably like, man, they were sure dumb trading me.
3-2 here from I just said Sewald. From Munoz, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a slider. It was ball 4, but a nasty slider from Munoz. Verdugo swings over the top of it. We had to the bottom of the 8th. It's 2.
I had to do that.
All right, let me ask you, do you, and everybody in the chat too, do you leave Munoz in or do you go, now let's just assume 2-1 because.
Let me answer that question after I do this because I owe you guys.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen these yet.
Alexa, turn on the lights.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm doing Mr. Beast. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 52. Nice. That's not bad at all.
Wait, Flick is gonna he's gonna say something. And we are back from the break. Wait, those are like half push-ups? Oh, come on. It still hurts.
The burn's still there. And Wild Boar, I agree. I'm kind of okay either way at this point. Without Paul, there's just not a lot of amazing options. I'd probably leave Munoz in, but we'll see.
Nick Pavetta is done for the day.
Wow.
93 pitches on 10 strikeouts. And now we got Tom Murphy up to the plate. He has a hit so far.
The Murph.
I would like to have him re-signed after this season.
No, Pavetta's still in there. I agree with you.
Oh, wow. 1-0. And it's 2-0. So maybe I know push-ups might. They really hate my push-ups.
Sleepy, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. I thought it was a good effort.
And here is the 2-0 pitch.
More than I could do.
And a foul ball. Check him for PEDs.
No, Wild Boar, Munoz does not have to face anymore. Since he got the last out, you can take him out. As long
And
as
now here is the 2-1 pitch. And it's a 3-1 pitch. And some butthole just unsubscribed. I think it had to be the push-ups.
Someone was jealous.
No, they were like, those aren't push-ups. Unsubscribe. Yep, that's right. And now here is the 3-1 pitch for Tom Murphy.
I lost
and
the sub.
that's a line drive, and it goes right to the third baseman, and he's out.
I lost a subscriber too.
CK888, the biggest fan of that other nostalgic channel. Biggest Red Sox series since
2018, they had a big one in Seattle when the Mariners were really hot. When Span hit that double, that was a pretty big one.
That's fair. CK888, I still know you from that other channel. And here is Cade Marlowe.
Back,
and still got that curveball. You got the sub back. I better gotten the sub back as well. Nope. Cade Marlowe's working on 1-0. And it's a 2-0. Looks like Nick Pivetta is starting to lose it just a little bit. Cade Marlowe has struck out and grounded into a double play as well. And now, if you think Marlowe's going yard, I'll do another 50 push-ups, and that will hurt like a... Cade Marlowe, he's batting 200 with 1 home run and 1 RBI. Pivetta is now at 101 pitch. See, this is something that Scott Service needs to do. Let Kirby and his starters go into the hundreds, because maybe we'll make a late season drive, which I don't anymore. But now here is the 2-1 pitch. And that's a strike. That was outside the strike zone. Wow. This umpire has been off, but then again, it's like, could we do the jobs any better? Probably not.
No, gosh, no.
I would hate that job. That sounds like the most boring job ever. And very stressful. And here is the 2-2 pitch to Cade Marlowe, and that is outside, and Pivetta's really losing he's really losing that control. I think he's just tired. And that's why you put in Canzone batting 354 versus, and here is the 3-2 pitch to Marlowe, and that is a line drive, and is it going to the gap? Is it enough to drop? And it gets off the glove, and he is going to second base, and the throw to second, not in time. And Cade Marlowe gets in there for double, whatever you want to call it.
Double. That'll be a double.
Question for Trident. What is your least favorite Mariner season? Not the worst, but one that you did not enjoy watching.
I'm going to throw one out there. 2020. I could not get into it at all. The 60-game season, no fans, just boring to me. I'll be honest, I did not watch a lot of Mariners that year, and that's crazy for me to say that. But like as bad as 8 and 10 were, better than nothing. I could not watch a 60-game season. So I'm going to throw a sleeper in there and say 2020 was my least favorite.
Now I want to think of what was my least favorite. Mine so far was the beginning of 2019, 13-2. It was so fake and too good to be true. Yeah. It looks like the pitching change is finally going to happen. But let's keep talking about it. Like, what else can I say was the worst season? I'm going to go to it. 2000, great season. 2001, great season. 03, 04. 04, I would have enjoyed it if I knew how to watch a losing team. 05, it was at least fun to watch Richie and Adrian. 06, I enjoyed it. 07, I enjoyed it. 08 is too obvious.
Yeah.
09, it was Griffey.
09
10 was too obvious. 11, I actually enjoyed it. 12 was just kind of there.
You did have the Felix perfect game too in 12, so that
13. I almost went to the Philip Humber game, but I decided to go the night before. And then 14, 15, I did not like.
Well, 15's up there. I was just going to say.
I'm going to say 18. I hated 18 because I knew that team was just too old. It was just aging, and it was like they weren't bad enough, but they also weren't good enough either. And after that season, we have to blow it up.
2018 was fun in the first half, but then when the A's got hot and the Mariners were like 20 games over with a negative run differential, I won't say I hated it.
I hated it.
Yeah, no, I the second half I hated for sure.
2018 was my least favorite. And and you had Robinson Cano with the PEDs, which
that's right.
I knew he was, because how do you hit 33 home runs in a small Yankee stadium and then you hit 39 at Safeco, Pitchers Park? That just doesn't add up.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with 2020. Just watching the games busy all day. How we going to runs? 2 Cal Raleigh home runs, Sleepy. The dumper with 2 home runs.
Minor stolen bases. Jonathan Clase with 55?
Oh, that's another thing I want to point about Bliss coming over. He's got like 35 stolen bases this year as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I would like the trade if it was like a tank job. I think everyone would agree with that. But bad timing.
I'm just adding.
Jerry's just looking way too much into 2024. That's the issue I have. And I got Caballero, who just took it for the outside. Pretty sure it's Caballero.
Yeah, it should be Cabby. You're way ahead of me.
Yep, Jacques.
Jacques.
He has
Joe
13
Jacques.
strikeouts and just 2 walks. Here's the pitch to Cobby, and that does get on by, and Tom Murphy, was that a foul? Or it hit him. So that means Tom Murphy's got to go back to second base, and Cobby gets hit.
Hannah, I'm trying to get it. I'm going to do about a month workout.
Yep, that hit him.
And then in early September is my goal for my first tattoo.
I need to get in better shape by mid-September, but that's a secret. You know why, but I can't tell everyone. I'm not going to tell everyone, But Cobby did get hit, so he's going to take one for the team, and now we've got Murphy's on second base because of the hit by a pitch. It doesn't advance you at all. It's the equivalent of a walk. It just doesn't go for your on-base percentage. It actually goes against. And here's J.P. Crawford and a nice little slider, I think. That was a nice little slider for a strike. And now, it's 1 for 3 for a single in the third. And now here is the pitch for JP, and that's a ball with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. JP is 1 for 3, single in the third. Against righties, pitch hits well. Lefties, he's atrocious. So that's why they did the lefty-lefty, or it's for the most part. Here's the pitch, and that is a strike. I guess that's where the matchups work, I think, but I'm not sure. I don't think it should be an excuse if you're a hitter. You're a major league ball player for a reason. Although I was terrible against lefties myself.
Are you lefty?
No, I'm righty.
Oh, okay.
And I know that should be my speciality.
Right.
But 1 and 2 for Crawford. 1 and 2 for Crawford. Jacques has 6 pitches.
I like that name, Jacques. Joe Jacques.
Yep, it is. And now here is the 1-2 pitch to Crawford, and that is a foul tick. And now we still have a 19 strong. Hopefully we can get those numbers going even further. And hopefully I can get some more subs out of it. Hit that subscribe button. If we trade Teo, I want like 2 solid bullpen pitchers.
I actually wouldn't be shocked if that's what they do.
But it's really going to thin out the outfield unless the only way it makes sense is whoever is stepping up has an amazing on-base percentage. So that's what that guy is about, because he does get on base at least. And now here is the 2-2 pitch to J.P. Crawford, and that's outside. So, I think it was like Dominic Canzone, when he was in the minors at least, he was a 39-40 on walks to strikeouts. Well, that's the only way the trade makes sense. I'm unreasonable, but what do you expect? And here's the 3-2, and it's fouled again. But come on, here's the thing. If the Red Sox can get Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek off a 5 ERA Heathcliff Slocum, I'm pretty sure we can get anything for Teo. And now here is the 3-2 pitch for J.P. Crawford. It's a full count. And it's fouled again. Oh, and it fouled right off of him, and he is in pain. He is shaken up.
Good at bat here, but hopefully
it's a good at bat, but he is just thrown off, and it's so bad. You have the trainer coming up. You got Service coming up. This is not good.
Add shortstop to the needs now.
But that's the thing. But you can't guarantee this prospect is going to be like someone you want to replace. But at the same time, remember when they traded away Jeremy Giambi, and the media was like, "Oh yeah, they're just tanking the season." Oh, nice, that was a bad hit. Sorry, this is not good. Sorry for the spoiler. JP hurt. Yep, that does not look good at all.
On the inside of that knee. Ugh.
But he is still standing up, so looks like he is going to give it another go. If he can get anything out of this, it would be. If he can get any kind of RBI out of it, that would be really inspiring.
Yep.
JP's got to come up with something. Got Julio next, but he's not exactly a clutch hitter.
This would be a great time for it.
It really would. And here's the 3-2 pitch. And that is ball 4. Take your base. Now, JP didn't get a home run. He didn't get the hit, but what did he do?
He got on base with a broken kneecap.
He did. So way to grind it out. And looks like we got a little coaching talk going out there. Maybe they're gonna have a little chat with him. I think what's gonna happen is gonna go, hey, it's Julio. He's a choker. You got this. Calm down.
It's ninth inning Julio or eighth inning Julio. Like
J-Rod clutch, maybe Rooftop. No, he's not clutch at all. I would trust Jared Kelenic in the bottom of the inning in this situation.
I'm going to put in the call for a Julio slam. Why not? Why not?
Okay, what happens if Julio hits a slam? What do I got to do?
What does Rooftop have to do, guys? It's somewhat PG that we can do.
Yeah, no 50s. Do I not play a commercial for the rest of Okay, if Julio Rodriguez hits a grand slam home run, I will not play the Modern Exteriors Solutions commercial for that entire game.
Wow, there we go. So next one up that we do, there'll be no. And Ferris only played it once.
And there's a line drive, and there's a base hit, and that is already going to get at least 2 runs. That's got to happen. Marlowe scores, and here comes Caballero, and the Mariners just extended the lead with a Julio Rodriguez single, and he is clapping.
Let's go.
Wow. It wasn't a grand slam home run, but it was still 2 runs. And J.P. Crawford at third base. Amazing that he went from first to third off of just hitting himself pretty much. It was on the first pitch, and it was just drilled.
And
that could have gone either way. That was a very dangerous situation for J.P. because had that been caught, that would have been an easy double play. Just look at the replay. Like, had he somehow caught that, I don't know if JP would have had time to get back into first base, but what a hit by Julio. And I think he heard me that I was saying that he's not clutch, but at least for that moment, he was. And now here is Eugenio Suarez up to the bat. Let's see if he can get anything out of this one.
Keep the party
going. Here's the pitch, and that is a strike. And Eugenio Suarez has not been playing well at all today. But hopefully that can change today, and he can make something happen. 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 7th inning. Can he make something happen? And here is the pitch. And that is a ground ball, and that is a base hit, and that will score in J.P. Crawford as he is limping home. Makes me wonder how he even got to first to third. Who knows? But now it's 5-1, and you saw J.P. Crawford just jogging along home. So
he's
got to pay attention to that and see if he even plays tomorrow. So that's something to consider.
Wild boar, yes, I would not put Munoz back out because you probably don't have Brash tomorrow. I would probably go to Topa or 10 or whoever else. I don't even know who else all.
No, I don't like Munoz, but you got to keep him.
I would go.
Because I don't trust Topa.
Topa's been okay recently, though. I mean, I don't have full faith in him. Spire already pitched, reflect, and that's kind of why I think we were both on the same page there with wanting Kirby to go 6.
And now Cal Raleigh is up to bat. He is 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. He was really the horse for the offense. And here is the 1-0 pitch, and that is a foul ball. Sleepy son, I don't trust anyone. Yeah, I actually do have trust issues in real life anyway. My naivety went out the window when I was in my late 20s and mid 20s-ish. Last 3 home run game was Kyle Seager in 2019. Here's the pitch. Yeah.
We got a chance for that.
That is a strike. Strike 2. Wow, 2019 during the tank job season.
That was the one that bounced off the guy's glove and went over. That was his 3rd home run.
That was a Dylan Moore home run against the Blue Jays last year.
That's right.
And now here's Cal Raleigh. He's batting .232, 16 home runs. Can he get something out of this one? Here's the pitch, and that is a ground ball, and that will do. Oh, will it not do it at all? And he's safe, and everyone is safe. What a bizarre moment for the Mariners. It looked like there was going to be a play at second, but he kind of bobbled the ball. Will we see another 4 home run game? No. No. It's a very rare feat, but Mike Cameron should have got that 5th. He should have got that 5th home run.
Reflect.
But
that's
yeah,
awesome.
he bobbled it.
I don't know what that was. That was a double play that should have been, but we'll take it. Bases loaded. Now a chance to really break this open.
Well, at least his base is loaded with one out, but you don't want to get anyone doubled up. And here's Teoscar Hernandez. Will this be enough for him to? Here's the thing: like, if you're Teoscar Hernandez, do you want to hit a home run to just up your value? Well, if you're a Mariners fan, do you want to up your value? But that's the thing. What are you going to get out of it? That's the thing. But Teoscar, he has taken a 1-0. And let's see what this does. Here's the pitch, and there is a ground ball. And is that going to be a play? There is no play. And Teoscar Hernandez gets an RBI, making it 6-1 Mariners. And the Mariners are just breaking this one open.
It's hilarious because you're like so far ahead of me now, but I don't care because they've just broken it open. So I'm like,
they really have broken it open.
6-1.
And it was a nice little dribbler.
Man, we'll take it.
Julio Rodriguez hustling the score. And look at that. And so much comments so far. We're falling behind on this one.
Little break.
Julio Rodriguez got out. Oh!
And Julio flying there.
Yeah, it really was. And here's Ty France. And yep, he just had to ruin it. A double play. Classic Ty France.
Oh, are you serious? Did he really?
He really did.
Oh my God. Of course. Trade Ty. I don't think he has any value. That's the thing. Like, everyone saying trade Ty France, I don't think you get anything.
You can't.
Like, you're better off. And comment because, well, just funny because I'm normally on my guy rooftop pausing for come. Now I'm just like, it's the bottom of the 8th. They're breaking it open, so I'm not as
how many seconds should I pause? I'm on the lady that's like.
You're probably like 5 seconds, legitimately. Like a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do 3 more.
But here's the thing: like, there's no point in trading Ty France because what are you really going to get, and who's going to really replace him? Mike Ford is your first baseman. Doesn't really have defense. Evan White is still hurt. You can't trust Evan White. He's hurt.
My thing too with Ty, I'd almost, like you said, I think I'd hold on to him, and maybe he does a couple things, plays a little better down the stretch. Then in the winter, when more teams are looking to add players, then you look to trade him. Right now, there's such a limited amount. Unless someone just like blows you away, you're like, wow, hey, I'll do that.
Evan White just started. I don't even think he's even played at all.
You could fetch something for Ty. Yeah, exactly. Albor. It's almost, he's gotten so bad, it's almost selling too low. You know, at this point, I think I'm with Rooftop. I think you just hold on to him. Maybe hope he has a great finish to the year. Then in the offseason, you reevaluate it and see. Canzone can actually play a little first base. I know I'm talking about this guy like he's freaking Ohtani, but like he could play first base. So you do have that option as well. Yeah, Ty went from like great to just straight up like kind of sucks. It did have a couple hits yesterday, so better than nothing. But and for a first baseman too, it's just not good enough offensive numbers. And for Rooftop's point, you could put Mike Ford there, but I just don't think that's what you want to do either.
He's the DH of the season.
Yeah. Well, and Ford's cooled off a little bit too. You know what I mean? So it's like
he always seems to cool off.
Ty. We are back here, top of the 9th. George Kirby, the win would go to who would get the win? Brash would actually be in line to get the win.
Oh yeah, because it was tied 1-1.
Yeah.
Who's married?
Me? Oh, I thought you were asking.
Good for you. Keep that going.
Is he married? Hannah's asking Flick if someone's married. I don't know. There's other. That's when those conversations go on. Just let everybody have them. And
look at this. We got someone that's mopping up. It is Campbell.
Ooh,
with the weird mustache.
He looks like he's 45. Like I don't mean that maliciously. Like I don't mean it maliciously.
I wish they would stop showing the bullpen stats because they're not going to be the best bullpen in baseball anymore.
Although that number has gone down today so far, I just jinxed it. But
they got lucky.
Here is Isaiah Campbell.
And then you're going to have Mariner Mojo going, is the bullpen better without Paul Sewald?
The pitch is a strike. I will say that. Someone that likes to trade the bullpen is definitely not.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Yep. Okay.
Here's the pitch. Line drive into left field. Marlowe going back. He can't get it. It's over the fence. It's a ground rule double. And we are starting out here with a little drama. 6-1 runner at second. No, it's going back on for Rooftop. I will say this for the Mariners bullpen with Paul gone, outside of Munoz and Brash and maybe Spire, I kind of view all these guys the same.
25 push-ups if the Mariners don't give up a run.
Ooh, that's going to be dicey because they'll concede a run to get out. So I think you may.
If they concede a run, I'm playing the commercial.
Well, I did jinx this. This is my fault because I said they have a good run. Here's the pitch to somebody. It's in there for a strike. Who is this? I apologize. Normally I have the lineups all written out. I just forgot because we were talking about Rooftop and I were talking about the trade.
In YouTube, I've only apologized for Mariner Mojo by saying this. I apologize for coming up with stats.
Up high to Lopez or Reyes, 1-1. Runner at second, nobody out here. Mariners 3 outs away from a victory. Brian Bello and Bryce Miller tomorrow night. The 1-1 fouled off 1-2. The big man Isaiah Campbell on the hill. He looks like a TV dad with that mustache and the glasses. Like I picture him in like a 90s.
Reminds me of Jose Mesa.
It does have a little bit of that kind of like the build is very Mesa.
It
I think
does.
it's the same number too, 49.
What?
1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. What? Wait, what?
His number is 49?
Isn't that Mesa's number?
Yes.
Was it Mesa 49? Yeah, so there you go.
Well, he's sure pitching like one.
The 2-2 from Campbell to Reyes. Just up high, 3-2.
You know what? Just walk him.
Rooftop is done. Can we give Rooftop 3 easy outs here, Mariners? Can you do that?
Can I get 3 subs?
There we go. 1 sub for each out.
That'd be nice.
3-2. Pops it up. Will this get out of play? Murphy going back. He's got the 1 out. Nice job by Murphy. So that ball came back into play. 1 down here. And no advancement.
I'm going to do this every game because Seawald's gone.
Anytime, Wild Boar. Happy to do them. We have a great time doing them. It's a lot of fun. So thank you.
My fear is they're going to do the closer by committee, which I don't like.
It might make the most sense for where they're at, though, without Paul. They kind of did it anyways a little bit. I agree overall. I don't really like it. I have to join in. It's my housing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and come on in, man. Join us. You know what I mean? So get that situated and absolutely appreciate it, though. Thank you all for joining, and we love doing them. Thank you guys for the kind words.
And thank you for the 19 of you being here.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird catch there because that ball comes. That was a nice play by Murphy. Those are always tough because ball comes back into play. Strike 1 there, 95 to Adam Duvall.
So this guy has an arm. He has a big arm, I guess.
Pinch hitting for Duvall or Campbell or Duvall? What are you talking about? Campbell?
Yes.
Yeah, he throws hard. I feel, you know what, though? That's modern day bullpens. Everybody comes up, they throw 97. The 0-1. I was watching fouled off 0-2. The channel you were talking about that shows all the old baseball highlights. And like, it's amazing how many relievers come in there and like 89, 91. And now it's like, I mean, is there a reliever that comes in that isn't throwing 96? Like, just all these guys. Like this guy Campbell probably been like the best reliever in baseball in 2004. The 0-2 to Duvall. Line drive to center field. Julio's got it in his sights. He is there, and that is out number 2. And we are 1 out away from 20. Did we say 20 or 25 push-ups?
25 push-ups.
Reflect, why do they come back? Is it the spin and something to do with the slope of the stand? I don't, the ball always comes back. Rooftop might be able to know that better because he plays more baseball than I do, but it always seems the ball just comes back into the field of play. I just don't know how it's hit. The way it kind of spins off of it, it's probably what it does, is my
Can't
guess.
explain it.
Yeah, it just does. Same as the ball always finds a new guy. Here's the pitch to Duran. That's a strike. That would have been a plus, but it's 6-1, so I'm not too worried about it. Strike 1. The Red Sox will probably take it 2 to get the game over with for them. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button for both of us. Rooftop,
you do that, fools.
The 0-1 ground ball, that's foul. It went off of Duran, so it's going to be strike 2. Campbell does field it and flips it to tie just in case. But boy, it's funny. The Red Sox 1 run in this game was Duran, first batter, reaches on a walk, steals second, error throw by Murphy, error throw by Julio. So it was 1-0 Red Sox before an out was recorded, and the Mariners are a strike away from holding him there. So an impressive job by the revamped bullpen. And George Kirby, the 0-2. Ground ball foul.
And also, post-game show coming up right after this game, after my 25 push-ups. Well, or the commercial.
And the crazy thing is that the Mariners can finish this out. This is going to be their high water mark of the year, 4 games over, which is crazy to think about, but this would be the most over 500 they've been. The 0-2, the pitch. Down low, 1-2.
I really can't look.
Campbell at 15 pitches.
Hey, it's a lot. But good thing the Mariners broke it open because that did save Munoz's arm.
Yep. That is the one positive there for sure. The 1-2 until they blow it. No, I'm just kidding. The 1-2. Check swing. No, he went around. The ball gets away from Murphy, though, and Duran's going to reach on a strikeout, essentially. So runners at the corners here with 2 outs. That was a tough one. That was a bad pitch, actually. You probably didn't see. That was spiked. I don't know how Duran went around.
Jose Mesa.
Yeah, that was spiked. I thought he foul tipped it. I mean, Murphy still could have had it. Murphy probably should have blocked it, but that's going to be a wild pitch. Like you're still capable of blocking that, but likely good. Have you been a shutout? You're saying. I mean, yeah, if it weren't for, listen, the Mariners close to a shutout. I mean, we'll see what happens here. But definitely pitching, did its job today against the line that's been swinging the bat well. So definitely kudos. Would have been nice if Kirby could have gone 6. I think that would have been ideal. But let's finish this one out here. Here is Justin Turner. Campbell's pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 0-1. Chris says if we sweep the series, Rooftop has to do 10,000 push-ups. Yeah, Wild Boy does get a strikeout there. So
I don't even know how to count that.
I can help you get Mr. Beast. Duran takes second on indifference. Here's the 0-1. Line drive foul. 0-2. The Mariners again 1 strike away from victory. Boston 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. So they
problem is I won't be live. We won't be live. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Unless I have to do it in the video form.
Do it for your 1,000 sub. The 0-2 from Campbell to Turner. Comes set the pitch. Fouls it off again. So Rooftop says the wear and tear here. Now
you know what? I'll do 10,000 push-ups, but here's the thing. It will not be in one sitting. It's going to be incremental in a live video.
That's fair, right? We can't expect you to do 10,000.
Okay, I will take that bet. If the Mariners sweep the Red Sox, I will do 10,000 push-ups.
The 0-2
will not be incremental. It will be incremental.
I'm down. I'll step on it.
And it will be live.
I can do a game play-by-play, and you can just do push-ups in the background the whole game.
Oh, man.
The pitch. Little grounder foul. Man, Campbell, the wear and tear. And, I don't think it's going to make a difference tonight, but it does matter for the next few games. You're probably not going to have not that I'm wild on Campbell or anything, but don't have Campbell tomorrow. Brash probably out. So Mariners going to need a big start from Bryce Miller. And they might make a roster move too, because a lot of trade stuff. The 1-2. Strike 3, ball 2. Just outside. I thought the ump wanted to ring him up there. I'm sorry.
Come on, umpire. Don't you want to go home?
This game won't end. 2-2. 2 on, 2 out.
Imagine if I actually fall asleep with this.
The game just keeps going and going. The 2-2 pitch. Tapper, this is going to be an infield hit. I think Gino charges. He does not have a play. It's an infield hit, and it is 6-2. And Rooftop's off the hook for the push-ups now. Wong scores. Runners at the corners. One more guy reaches. You got to get Topa in there.
Just to punish you all.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Good timing on that. The mound visit. Turner came out of the game for a pinch runner, and Cora came out to look at him. So I wonder if something going on there with Justin Turner. That'll be something to monitor the rest of the way. Here is Yoshida. Runners at the corners. All of a sudden, the game get a little interesting here. 6-2. The pitch. Outside ball 1-0.
The Paul Sewald effect.
Win this game for Rooftop. Guys, come on. The 1-0 from Campbell to Yoshida. The pitch. Low 2-0. If Yoshida reaches, the tying run comes to the plate. You're going to have to go get – I imagine Topa's getting loose.
See what we don't have?
No, this is where the trade is going to affect the team, no doubt. Up high 3-0. This is where it's going to be an issue.
The trade is not going to take the offense to top 10, and it hurt the bullpen.
It's going to be – the back end's going to be interesting, to say the least. 3-0 from Campbell to Yoshida. I imagine he's taking the pitch in there for strike 1, 3-1. Murphy gives Campbell the attaboy. Just throw that. I mean, it's just throw a fastball. If he hits it out, then, reset yourself.
That's the thing. There's really no point of pulling him because you're just going to keep burning through people.
The pitch fouled off 3-2. Problem is he reaches flying runs at the plate. So
are the bases loaded, by the way?
Not yet. 3-2 on Yoshida. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs. That's what I'm saying. Just give him a fastball down the middle. And if, he hits it out, same thing if walking, essentially, tying run comes to the plate. The 3-2. Line drive foul. Yoshida swings at ball 4. Hacks it off.
Yoshida's a very dangerous hitter.
And you've got Devers on deck. So this is really dangerous here.
Isn't it kind of weird that Yoshida's gotten almost no attention this season?
That's part of – I don't follow a lot of other teams, so I don't know. I feel like he hasn't. I don't have MLB Network anymore.
It's all Ohtani.
Yeah, it's all Ohtani. Everything's Ohtani. The 3-2 again. Line drive. Caught by J.P. Crawford on a line. What a catch by J.P. That will end the ball game. That was destined for center field, and J.P. snares it. It got a little nerve-wracking there in the 9th, but the Mariners win it 6-2. Breathe, everybody. Breathe. And for the first time this year, the Mariners are 4 games over 500 and just 3.5 back of the wild card and 5 back of the division. Let's go.
Yep. It still shouldn't be that crazy, but just by today, this is where losing Paul Sewald made the effect. Imagine if the Mariners did not break that open. If they didn't break that open, there would have been a meltdown. I mean, it would have been a blow.
Stays in, so it might have been.
I don't know. You just can't say.
Listen, the Sewald move is going to make the bullpen tougher. I have zero. I said that in my
video. What a diving catch!
I'll say you didn't even see it
because I couldn't look. I couldn't watch.
I know, but I'm like, oh, you finally got to see it. What a catch by JP! Holy moly! Is that about as
That would have been 6-1 if we had Sewald.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They have to make a deal. They better. I want 2 bullpen pitchers tomorrow. That's what I want. But it's definitely going to cost at least Teoscar if you do something like that.
I'm okay with that. I honestly am. I'm fine with that.
I mean, I'm only okay with Teoscar if Dominic Canzone actually replaces him, because he is known to be a power hitter that can get on base, has a high on base percentage, and can steal and hit home runs. That's what they were looking at in the prize.
Oh, yeah. No, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think he's going to go to right field. I think they're going to trade Teo.
Hopefully get something from the bullpen. It has to be someone from bullpen. You cannot go for more offense out of Teo.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, and then you kind of have a log jam in the outfield anyways. I mean, unless there's a second baseman that you think is going to that would be something I'd look at.
No, they got to look at Canzone. They got to look at Canzone, whether Teo gets traded or not. But tomorrow's going to be very interesting. But we have got to – well, first, before we do the post-game show, we got to do – I need subscribers, guys. I have haters out there saying the Mariners niche isn't big enough for you. Either expand or quit. That's what I'm getting these days.
Dang, who said that?
Yeah, someone who I would love to say you were wrong. But
you have to say it.
No, I don't have to say it. But I will say he is quite the motivational speaker in a different way.
Is he a Mariners YouTuber?
No, he's someone I know.
Oh, okay.
But gotcha. I'm going to leave his or her name out there to protect. This channel's underrated. Well, Josh, whose channel? The Trident or me?
Both of them. Both
True.
Underrated channels.
Well, let's first let me go with
Agreed, Wild Boar.
Bathroom. I gotta empty.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Be right back, and then we'll do the post-game show. But until then, I'm gonna torch you guys again with this.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
That commercial is really good for bathroom breaks. It's like the perfect timing.
That was perfect.
Yeah, it really was. Mariners hate. Well, of course I hate that. I have trauma from the Howard Lincoln, Chuck Armstrong, Bill Bavasi days. And Jack Z. So that will do it. We got more for Paul out of Graven. I mean, that is true. That is a fact. That is absolutely a fact. And I'm just saying it was timing.
I'm going to defend Rooftop just for a second. Obviously, don't speak for him, but I don't think so much his issue is with the return for Paul. Like, it's because he even said, like, if they were out of it, it would have been fine with it. His issue is more like the timing of it, which I as someone that supports the trade, I completely understand that. So,
yes, people should make sure Rooftop is properly tied off on his next. Wait, what? Trying to understand what that even means.
That's a little scary. Put the mask back on.
Sounds about right. I think I might know what that refers, but I don't want to explain. So you don't jump off the rooftop. Okay. I get those jokes all the time. All right, let's get ready for this post-game show. And how we're gonna do it is we go over play-by-play. Since you were defense, I will go over offense. So I guess I'm gonna be a little bit busy today. But let's do this in 3, 2, 1. And look at that. The Seattle Mariners just won 6-2 after a bizarre trade that the Mariners did make, trading away Paul Sewald. And the Mariners did respond well because knowing that Paul Sewald was a big part of that clubhouse. But no matter what, the Mariners at least responded, going 1-0 since the Paul Sewald trade. And they did win 6-2 out of a solid pitching effort by George Kirby. You had the bullpen pitching well. I don't really say that often, but they did pitch well for the most part, with the exception of Campbell in the last inning. And a couple scary moments from, I think Brash had a few scary heart attack moments, and the guy after that had a few scary heart attack moments. Did, yeah. It was Saucedo, but then luckily later in the game, the Mariners broke out, scoring 4 runs with RBIs by Julio, Cal Raleigh, and Teoscar Hernandez, vice versa. But let's go over and see what happened. So it was the top of the first. You had Jarren Duran stealing second and then basically scoring from home, where the Mariners gave up a run off of a walk and a stolen base and wild throw. So it was like a oopsie kind of thing. And we were thinking, yep, this is the Paul Sewald effect. Here we go again. But then not long after, in the bottom of the second inning, you had Cal Raleigh blasting a home run to right field, and then Cal Raleigh blasting another one in the seventh inning. And it was a very quiet time. That was between the time when George Kirby was getting taxed on just completely, a lot of bullpen shuffling, and some decisions I didn't agree with. Like, for once, I actually didn't want to pull Matt Brash that soon, because when Scott Service pulled him, he just got an out, and I was thinking, yeah, just let him happen. And then Saucedo kind of got all saucy. Fortunately, in the bottom of the eighth, Julio Rodriguez singled to right field with the bases loaded, with J.P. Crawford going to third. Caballero scored, and Cade Marlowe scored, where he did spark it with that little blooper. And then good vibes only, Eugenio Suarez with another single to left field, where you saw J.P. Crawford just basically just jogging it home kind of casually after he hit a foul ball off of himself. And then Teoscar Hernandez singled to shallow infield, where Cal Raleigh went to second and Julio Rodriguez scored. And what exactly happened in the ninth inning?
Well, ninth inning got a little dicey. It started with a leadoff double, and then a couple quick outs. I think we had an infield hit. Did we have a walk and then an infield hit? I'm already forgotten. That's good post-game stuff by me. But the Red Sox did cut it to 6-2 with a Turner infield RBI. That brought up a dangerous hitter in Yoshida. Count got to 3-2, and you had Rafael Devers on deck. So it definitely would have been the end of the night for Isaiah Campbell. Line drive hit by Yoshida. And like someone said in the chat, like Superman, J.P. Crawford dives out and makes an unbelievable catch to secure the game. And that was huge. That gets through. It's 6-3, and Devers, a dangerous hitter, comes up as the tying run there. So the bullpen a little dicey in the ninth, as it's probably going to be a little bit with Paul being gone. The bullpen is thinner now, that's for sure. It's as Rooftop did get to enjoy a sleep mask for a few innings there. But the Mariners pull out a win, and they are now 3.5 back in the wild card and 5 back in division. And not only that, do they make up ground in the wild card. Boston is one of the teams ahead of them. They make up a game on Boston here as well, which is huge.
Let's take a look and see if the wild card, if the standings even updated. I don't think it did quite yet. No, it did not. It did not quite yet. Let me see if Google did, though, because Google is usually on top of things.
Yeah, the only thing tonight that was really probably on the pitching side, while they did a good job, is a lot of pitches thrown. Someone mentioned, Chad, they threw 170 pitches. Kirby was only able to go 5. Me and Rooftop agree. I think it would have sent Kirby out there for a 6. It was 3 lefties coming up, so I get going to Spire there. But luckily, all the runs in the bottom of the 8th were great, because Munoz should be available now tomorrow as well. So that does help big time. And I would also expect there's going to be some more roster moves tomorrow. So I think the roster might look a little bit differently tomorrow when we have, I almost said tip off, first pitch.
All right. Yeah. I mean, anything is possible at this point, where Mariners could maybe make one more move, since Teoscar Hernandez is on the block, and it seems like he is attracting a lot of interest. And the only way I see that trade works is if he gets if they get anything out of a bullpen, because the bullpen, I know it's just one game, but even before the Seawald trade, I know that the bullpen needed some upgrades, because yes, they have a low ERA, which I do think is a very lazy assessment. You got to look at everything else other than bullpen. You got to look at blown saves. You got to look at the extra innings that they do, because of course they don't even count earned runs when runs are given up in the extra innings, which I think it should be given up, because the pitcher has a man on second. It's his job to not make it happen. So I think it's a dishonest statistic, but besides the point, if they're going to trade Teoscar Hernandez, they better get serious pitching out of that, and not just lame prospects. Like, we cannot do prospects. There's just no time for it. I don't want to think about 2024. I want to think about now, because as this is a very young team. Like, it's not like this is an old team. Like, this is a young team with years of club control. But the thing is, you just don't want to waste it, because, we live in real life where we just go, yeah, I'll just do that later. Like, you just don't want to procrastinate. Like, you want to get it done now, because the last thing we need is to talk about 10, 20 years from now going, man, we should have won a World Series with Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, Luis Castillo, George Kirby. But they didn't do it because they weren't taking risks. They were playing it too much safe, to stock up on prospects, when Jerry Dipoto is at least decent in the drafting department. And he has access to the Dominican Republic, for crying out loud. So it's not like the farm system is going anywhere if you just give up like a year or two worth of prospects. And the ones that I wanted to give up were, I don't really see them making like a sudden impact. The ones I see making sudden impact are like what? And they're not even old enough to drink kind of players. Like Cole Young, I think is an untouchable.
Yeah.
But like Emerson Hancock, maybe you can get something out of him. You got the Robert Perez Jr., maybe someone dumb enough is willing to take on someone like him, but you never know. But besides the point, if they trade Teoscar, they better get something good. If it's like 3 prospects, I'm going to go on another tirade.
Well, I'll be honest. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I don't think you'd get a lot of prospects. I'm kind of with you. I think you look for a bullpen arm of some kind. I don't think Teo would net you. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He's sitting with like a 680 OPS. The power hasn't even been that great this year. Only 16 homers. That's not bad, but it hasn't really been there. And he's a kind of a meh defender. I don't think you'd even get the prospects. Like
I don't even think you can trade. There's just nothing. Like, can you really get anything from the bullpen? Like, the only one you're going to trade for is someone who is already struggling. But now you have to hope that they're going to do something, which that's just too much to bank on. So I personally think that trading him is absolutely pointless because you're not going to get much out of him because he strikes out like a mofo. And then after that, who is going to give up a relief pitcher for him? No, I don't see it happening.
The Mariners did.
The Mariners did, but anyone else smart enough is not going to do that. So I don't. So I just don't see the reason to do it
unless you package him with something like
has to be a 3-team trade kind of
thing. Or something like that where it's exactly that might make some sense. Where a prospect goes to another team, you get a bullpen piece. Teo goes somewhere. I mean, I think Teo has some value. It's just not enough that you're going to get any prospects of need at all that would really like boost your farm. I mean, who knows? Maybe someone dumb enough to do it. But the Teo is going to be interesting. The Teo saga.
I just don't see the point. Like let's say this, like if Teoscar Hernandez is a free agent, try to see if you can negotiate to like say, hey, it was a tough year. We didn't get the World Series. If that were to happen for whatever reason, see if you can say, hey, just give it just 1 or 2 more years. That has happened before. Mm-hmm. And plus, it's not like Teoscar Hernandez is going to be like a big name free agent. Yeah. Like he's not going to have the same appeal like a Shohei Ohtani, not even close. So I do think that you can negotiate for something cheap, but that's what they're saying where Mojo made a great point that the Mariners may have fumbled on Teoscar Hernandez early in the season when they had the opportunity to give him some kind of extension, but they kind of played around with that arbitration thing. So that may have bit them in the butt. So we'll have to see on that.
And it's go ahead. You're good.
No, go.
I would say the thing with that too is Teo is such a bizarre thing because I don't even know if I want him back, honestly, but I also don't think you're going to get a lot. You could give him the qualify. I would maybe just keep him, offer him the qualifying offer. If he doesn't take it, I think you get a draft pick. That might be the best route to take.
That might be. Yeah, that's a good point. You might get a first round something pick out of it, but then you better find something to replace him. Like, can Dominic Canzone step up? It's a lot to ask right now. He's a wild card. Jared Kelenic having another kind of breakout? That's a lot to ask too. And even if he does, he'll just do well in April and then just fall off and kick another cooler after that?
Yeah, it's tough the Teo situation's a tough one to figure out. We can just not hit in free agents. But I know the Mariners and they just have every free agent they've touched has just turned into,
it's been all the acquisitions haven't been great. Like the strength of the team has been just drafting in young prospects, but that's what Jerry Dipoto struggles on. He's not good at getting the veterans. He's good at getting young talent.
The best free agent this year, probably Topa. Like, honestly, the most impactful.
That is the one, yeah. But we're getting a little bit off topic. Now I want to get into what is to look forward to. So we got Tuesday. It is Bryce Miller against Bello, and Bryce Miller's kind of been up there in the ERA. He's at 3.96, got Bello at 3.66, so that's going to be a tough matchup, I would say. It could be one of those pitching duels where it kind of was at least until the 8th inning, so they better come up with some kind of win. And then let's take a look at Wednesday. Wednesday got Logan Gilbert against Crawford, also kind of an even kind of match, so this is I would expect this to be a very competitive series. So if I were the Mariners offense, you better step the you-know-what up and actually make something happen, because after what we saw today, just one game, I don't think you can really depend on the pitching to win. Like, that's the concern I have. Like, the offense has already been struggling, even though I delusionally say it is not the main problem of the team.
It's been legitimately good in July, that's for sure.
It's been good in July, but now that your bullpen is kind of decimated because Paul Sewald was a difference, now you're asking for the offense to do a lot more, which is going to give more reasons for fans to ignorant to say, oh, it's the offense. They didn't score enough runs. Like, oh, yeah, they give up 7 runs. Well, they should have scored 10. That's some Mariner fans I deal with sometimes. And, of course, they're going to say, oh, it's just one bad game. Give them a break. But the offense doesn't get the same treatment. I feel like pitching gets all the treatment they want. But when it's offense, blame's all on the offense.
Yeah. I will say this. The offense is better than I think. Even when I look at the numbers, like they're 15th in runs scored or something, they've been better than I thought, actually, overall. I think part of it has been they just haven't quite been as good as we thought. There have been some moments the offense has been legitimately to blame. There were some times in April and May where they were really, really struggling.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But
they've definitely they're
definitely,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I looked up a very interesting stat when the Mariners had the bases loaded. It actually said that they were actually one of the leaders with bases loaded. I'll look it up right now.
They are, and I have a theory on why we think they're worse. I wonder if that's so here's the thing. Their numbers with the bases loaded are actually really good. And I wonder if when it's the 4th inning and you're up 4-0 and you clear the bases, we don't really think of it much. Like, hey, add it on, there we go. In the 8th inning, when it's 2-0 and they leave them loaded, we remember that.
Yeah, so that's where like the cherry picking happens. Like we can all say, like, if it's like 5-0 bases loaded, but nothing happens, like, we don't really care as much. We do, but it doesn't no one really remembers it, but it's those crucial moments. But see, that's why I don't like just relying on basely stats. It just proves that you have to watch the game to actually get a better assessment, which I'll admit last few years, like, I didn't even watch games. I just looked at the scoreboards. So of course I didn't have a really honest take, but now that I've been watching the games, like, now there's a different new perspective and something to pay attention to. But hopefully tomorrow Mariners can come up with something. I would say sweep, because you have who's playing Chicago again?
Texas.
Yeah, when you have Texas playing Chicago, which is a pretty opportunistic moment for them, especially after a fire sale, you have to go for the sweep, especially if you can pick up on the division, which it is very much possible. Like, it was just, 12 days ago where the Mariners, they were 10 games out of division, and everyone's like, yeah, division's over, and even the wild card wasn't looking promising. Then you had Jared Kelenic kicking a cooler, and it seemed like nothing was going their way. And next thing you know, they're 7-2 since that injury. Now, I'm not saying it's because Jared Kelenic is out. It's because the team seemed to have come together and get more competitive. Other players stepped up. You even had a few good games out of Dylan Moore. And I remember back in 95 when Griffey did hurt that wrist. I know I said this 100 times. When he hurt that wrist, Randy Johnson did reflect on that, going, yeah, we had 2 choices. Either we just fold and just wait till Griffey gets back, or just believe in ourselves and just compete with what we have. And this is exactly what the Mariners are doing. They have been competing for what they have. And clearly, now that Sewald is gone, now the bullpen, hopefully someone can step up and actually, maybe it does get a kick out of them. Like, oh, Sewald's not there. We can't be comfortable anymore.
Yep,
but I still want to see Just give me one good bullpen pitcher and I'll shut up. But he has to be better than Sewald. If it's a closer that's better than Sewald, I will forgive the trade.
I don't think you'll get one better than Paul. I think you get maybe, yeah, I just don't see that happening. But yeah, it's an interesting point. Like maybe they rally around it. Maybe tonight, look at Julio in the clutch. Maybe these guys go, listen, guys in the pen go, we can get this done. We can do it. So we'll see what happens. I got to get rolling. I can do my quick post game. Then I've got to be up at 4:30. So
yep. So that's going to do it. But let me check my sub count again. If it's down to 607, like I'm going to cry.
No,
that's where I started.
What was it up to? 609?
It was at 609. I'm at 608. So one more time, if you guys give me that sub and that like, go ahead and do that. That'll be amazing so we can keep growing this channel so I can prove the haters wrong. And now this is going to be it. Thank you very much for being on the show. I think this may have been one of our stronger shows because it was right after the heat of the trade deadline. And we are going to keep you guys updated. There was a small possibility that we may do a trade deadline show. We'll have to keep you updated. No promises. Maybe the best I can do is maybe throw in a YouTube short if I'm in a car because tomorrow it looks like I may have to go some places for work because hashtag don't quit your day job. But we'll see. I'll at least be active somewhere on the YouTube community. But as of now, we are looking at Friday against the Angels, a huge marquee matchup. And hey, if Shohei Ohtani is there, that could be a huge opportunity for us. So we'll see where we go from there. But this is going to do it. So until then, we'll see you all Friday. And everyone else, have a good night and bad vibes only.